Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So I go so the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give it the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shortish, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. But then it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the pen station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes are killing it tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess, such a beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk. She must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. One beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace several presents and gifts. Call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and culture. I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing
touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Man of Prestige family. How Nade? Welcome back. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Happy Thanksgiving if you live in the United States. I appreciate you for being here. Today is Thanksgiving, so I'm sure everybody's having some kind of dinner with their family, and you might be able to watch on the side, listening on the side, you're sneaking, or you're watching replay later on. Either way, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you for always supporting this platform. Shout out to all the sponsors, all the super chatters. I appreciate you. Shout out to our last sponsor who was Natu. I appreciate you for always supporting Natu. Thank you. What we do here is we extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics, and that's what I'm going to be doing here for the next few minutes that I'll be hanging out here. So feel free, do me a favor, share, subscribe, turn up. There's tons of lessons I'm going to share here today. So as much as we're catching cruise, this is also somewhat of a master class. Thank you. Our goal this month, we're about to finish this month, is $146.73. Right now we're at $145.34. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you for always supporting the platform. That's up from $108 last time. Just 99 cents will go a long way. And you can use any of this right here to donate to the platform. PayPal, Zelle. The information is on the screen. It's always in the description box. You can also send me an email at ask@manofprestige.com. You can download our books for free. The audio books are free. Number one red flag, Get My Marriage Back, written by my wife and myself. I want to say again, thank you for always supporting. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. We have a fantastic show lined up for today. Some trendy topics we're going to cover. Today we're going to talk about Davido. We're going to talk about Yul Edochie. We're going to talk about May Yul Edochie, of course. We're going to talk about Bakassi. We're going to talk about Bakassi. We're going to talk about Olajumoke. Of course, we're going to talk about Mike Badmeloye. We're going to talk about Kunle Afolayan. A few other stories, okay? But do me a favor, as always, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, and we're about to dive right in. I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve. All right, welcome back. So we're going to talk about 5 reasons your husband lost attraction and avoids you. This is 5 different lessons I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. You're going to pick 1 or 2 of this. It's going to help you, if you're a lady out there, to maybe adjust things or maybe just make sure you stay on your toes. At the end of the day, emotions no be your mate. People will misbehave, and it's just their way of coping with life. Sometimes it's bad behavior. Sometimes it's their way of coping. Sometimes you just can't see how you're making a boo-boo yourself. So today is an opportunity for you ladies to either keep up with the good work or look for an opportunity to improve, maybe a place or two where you can find an improvement. um, Attraction is no one's fault. It's just what is. And the only thing you can do is learn some things that actually provoke or improve attraction, and then you can work on that, and then you're better off than the average human being who thinks things just happen to them. There are three types of people in this world: people that things happen to, people that make things happen, and people that say, what happened? Right? Of course, you want to be the one making things happen. All right. So, as you know, over here, I talk about seduction quite a bit, attraction. So, I talk about self power, social seduction, attraction, emotional intelligence. Okay. These are things that you can absolutely learn and you can use in your favor in your romantic relationship, as well as in your career, as long as you're dealing with humans. Human beings are predictable, and you just have to learn a few things, and then you can literally change your situation in the direction that you want. Okay. So, 5 reasons your husband lost attraction and avoid you. And that's what I want to share with you. If I say anything that makes sense here today, make sure you hit the like button, make sure it lifts blue. Number 5 is clinginess. Clinginess. If you're persistently chasing resolution, if you are persistently and constantly seeking reassurance, yeah, it can create an overwhelm, and it can absolutely yeah, it's just there's interdependence, but there's independence, and there's dependency. If you've ever heard of dependency and things like that before, these are the kind of things that you want to start pay attention to. Again, clinginess, okay, can absolutely kill attraction. So that's number 5 right there. Number 4 is actually very, very similar. Okay, hit the like button if that makes sense to you. Now, clinginess is not something that I expect you to agree to, because you don't mean to be clingy. The question is that, is it possible the other person is feeling like you're clingy, even though that's not your intentions? See, oftentimes people will tell me, but I'm not being clingy. I'm like, wait, you discovered that fast? You detected that fast that you're not being clingy? First of all, you have to practice some level of active listening to even know if you're being clingy or not. The fact that you will push so fast against that actually says that you're clingy. Number 4 is very close to that. It's neediness. Okay, if you are relying too heavily on emotional validation from your partner, from your husband in this case, yes, it can create an imbalance, and it will absolutely reduce attraction. Okay, now attraction is a fleeting thing. Okay, it's part of our emotions. It goes up and down and up and down. But if you have too many of it, yes, you can absolutely destroy the marriage or a long-term relationship. And that's the whole point that I'm trying to make here. So neediness, needing that, I need this, I need that, I need that. It starts from little things like that. Of course you have needs. Of course you're a human being and you have needs. It makes sense to have needs. Let me make sure that my audio is all right. Good. We're good to go. All right. So of course you have needs, but the question is that, is this overwhelming the relationship? Is this absolutely draining the life out of that relationship? Is the person starting to avoid you? Are they calling you you're a nag? And you're busy. I'm not a nag. Okay. They say, why are you triggered? I'm not triggered. Oh, okay. Tell me you're triggered without telling me you're triggered. But okay, if you say so. Anyway, if this is a relationship you care about, you might want to pay a little bit more attention beyond what you feel or what you think. Okay, because again, feelings fleeting. You cannot depend on your feelings. Now, even though I'm asking you to kind of think about it, I also want you to pay attention. If the results you're creating is not good, you have to pay attention to this kind of things. Okay. Reason number 3, we're counting down. Reason number 5 is clinginess. Reason number 4 is neediness. Reason number 3, predictability. You are too predictable. Okay, the same routines. You smell the same way all the time. Shout out to Natu. I'm going to promote Natu right now. You smell the same goddamn way all the time. You're wearing the same hairstyle all the time. Okay, yes, it can absolutely make your relationship feel stagnant. Feelings It's not something that people say, I feel this way all the time. No, when you are saying I feel this way, you're already thinking at that point in time. I'm talking about they don't even realize that you're already feeling this way, right? Bottom line is that it's boring. Part of human needs is varieties, right? So if you are so predictable, we know what hairstyle you're going to put on. We know that you're going to wear the same damn shorts all the time around the house. We all need to work on this. I'm guilty of this, okay? But I'm talking to you ladies especially right now. It's the same routine over and over. Even emotionally, we can tell the way you're going to react. We know you're going to blow up. We know you're going to overreact to the issue. So now we have to protect ourselves as men around you, or protect you from you, because when you're upset, it cuts across the whole day, potentially to the next 72 hours. The same reaction emotionally, mentally, physically, right? We know exactly how you move. There's nothing spontaneous about you, okay? Yes, it will drain attraction out of the relationship. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. Number 5 was clinginess. Number 4 is neediness. Number 3 is predictability. Right now, we're talking about the 5 reasons your husband lost attraction and avoids you. Number 2. All right, I need to speed this up now. Number two. Okay, let me see here. Number 2 is neglecting self-care, right? Self-care. If you lose yourself, well, most people at some point they will lose themselves in long-term relationship, and that will be an opportunity to do what? It's an opportunity to reflect, regain control of yourself. Don't try to control another human being, but you can absolutely affect how attracted they are to you. That's part of your seduction powers. Okay, so number 2, you neglect self-care. It's kind of like similar to what I said earlier on too, right? You keep overlooking your physical presentation, right? And by the way, you have great excuses. It might be the children. It might be you're too busy with house chores. You have fantastic, and I'm not being sarcastic, I mean that. You have fantastic, valid excuses why you've neglected your physical presentation, how you smell, your energy, right? Your aura, right? You have real good reasons. Life is busy. Life is lifing, right? Your personal upkeep, right? It's one of our requirements when you come into our coaching program. You have to hit the gym. There's no way around it, okay? Unless you're physically incapacitated. If that's not the case, then you need to hit the gym. Oh, I don't have to tell that. You need to figure it out. You need to hit the gym for an array of different reasons. It's not just your health. It's not just your physical presentation. That's more like an icing on the cake, more like a byproduct of course, right? But there are an array of different reasons why we want you to do that, okay? Of course, that includes feeling good about yourself, So definitely neglecting self-care will destroy attraction in your marriage. You will start to feel like he's avoiding you. There's no interest. Long-term silent treatment. He doesn't even act like he misses you, right? How did you notice? Oh, we're going to go to number 1 right now, okay? How did you even notice that this person is not paying attention to you? Oh, interesting. Anyway, just note that this neglecting self-care is reason number 2 why a man might be distancing himself from you. Reason number 1, drum roll, absence of seductive energy, okay? Absence of seductive energy. Anytime somebody hears this the first time, they think it's just all about sex. Of course, sex is involved in that, but it's not just that, okay? We're talking about your power to influence. We're talking about how self-aware are you about your power to influence the kind of change you're looking for in your relationship, professionally and romantically speaking. How aware are you? Okay. How do I know, right? Especially if you tend to come here, shout out to you. You're a very smart, intelligent person, but there's a tendency that you focus too much on the practicalities. Okay. There's a tendency that you focus too much on the practicalities, aka I want to be intentional. I want to be intentional, right? You focus too much on the technicalities, right? You struggle with letting go. All right. Some people, they do this so naturally, they tend to be the one that may be your perpetrator of abuse, right? They seem like they don't care. It's natural for them. They're like, they don't want the wala. But you just want to fix it. You want to fix it as soon as possible, right? And you're looking for all the technical solution. Basically, all your energy is going in that direction as opposed to being playful, which is very magnetic, being banterful, which is very magnetic, right? Okay, this is, you're leaving a massive gap, right? And yet it's not working. Okay, it's not working. It's not working to create emotional connection, much less physical connection. Before you hear it now, somebody's going to propose sex rabbit toys for you, and it only gets worse because you're not paying attention. Anyway, if you're too focused on technicalities, you do too much shalaye, it is not attractive. Okay, it's a turn off. Usually for the kind of person you attract. The kind of person you attract probably don't give a shit. Okay, so it seems like they don't care. Don't give a shit sounds like you don't care, but it's probably a lot more deeper than that. Okay, it's not that simple because you're still with this person. So clearly you want something better than what you're creating right now. Absence of seductive energy. You're too particular. Everything must be counted 1, 2, 3 for you before it makes sense. Yes, if you keep doing that, you will keep getting the same result. You know how they define insanity, right? You keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Those are 5 of many more reasons why your husband may have lost attraction and it seems like it's avoiding, but that's more than enough for you to work on, because there's a good chance that this connects to other things that can easily improve if you just pick 1 or 2 of this and you work on it. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. I've got some trendy stuff that I want to talk about, and I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve. All right, let's talk about Kunle Afolayan. So over the last week, Kunle Afolayan and his little brother, Aremu Afolayan, they were trendy. Their mother passed away, and that gave birth to a few things. So sibling rivalry buried with the mother. Sibling rivalry buried with the mother. I want to bring you up to speed with this, just in case you don't know who these people are. I wonder who just left me a comment. Toby and Tribe says they need to create schools for relationships. Absolutely, Toby and Tribe. Welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, so let's talk about Kunle Afolayan. Kunle Afolayan is an actor, son to one of the legendary. Kunle Afolayan is 50 years old, by the way. He's also a son to the late legend Ade Love. He's a Nigerian actor, a producer, director. Many credits to many Netflix movies these days, you know. But there's a report that I'm looking at here on Punch Nigeria News. Actor, I'm going to read. Actor Kunle Afolayan and his siblings were engulfed in profound sorrow as they bid farewell to their beloved mother, Omoladun. or Omoladun. Yes, Omoladun. The emotional funeral took place on Friday, November 22, 2024, with viral videos capturing moments shared by the family. Dressed in white attire, the siblings took turns to pay tribute to their late mother, who passed away at the age of 81 on November 2nd, 2024. The ceremony was marked by tears and heartfelt memories, reflecting the deep bond they shared with her. Pain is tribute, Kunle said, and I quote, "She was a mother to many, to the point that when you come home with a girl, she doesn't segregate. She always tried to reach out to her extended families and friends." One of the highlights of the event was when Aremu, that's the little brother, that's the one you're looking at on the screen, the one that's crying. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. The one that's crying, the one with the big head that's crying right now. Yeah. So, with tears. Now, one of the highlights of the event was when Aremu reflected on the differences they once had and how their mother played a pivotal role in reconciling them. With tears in his eyes, Aremu shared the heartfelt story just as Kunle embraced him in a hug. Aremu offered a heartfelt apology to Kunle and expressed gratitude for his support in building the family home. And I quote, Aremu said, "My greatest joy today is that my mother made us talk. I'm sorry for putting you through Instagram backlash. It's because I love you. My money is not in this house, but he built it for all of us. Thank you, Brother Kunle," he said. All right, so why am I bringing this story? Why do I want to talk about this story? You know, if you're just coming in, hello Natu. Oh yeah, I was talking about smelling good earlier on. Please support Natu. You need to spin it up. You need to smell every now and then. You need to shake it up. Don't just smell the same way all the time. This is Natu's information on the screen. It will help you. It goes a long way. If you just smell the same all the time, please change it up. Okay, but not just smelling. I'm talking about everything. The way you respond to crisis, the way you move. If you're too predictable, it kills attraction. This is not intentional. This is not intentional nonsense. Okay, I'm warning you right now. Nobody else is going to tell you this. The first thing they will tell you to do is go and buy a rabbit and be helping yourself. That can only go so far. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with those two, but I'm just telling you, everything starts from here. Anyway, so you can please go ahead and support Natu. All right, so here we go. We're talking about Kunle Afolayan, right? The reason why I brought up this story is because of sibling rivalry. This is a big deal in different households out there. You're welcome, Natu. This is a very big deal. And sibling rivalry or jealousy or envy, you know, oftentimes we look at them from the standpoint of the other person is just being evil. Listen, if it's that simple for you, all you have to do is cut the person off. But there's a good chance it's not easy for you to cut the person off like that. This person is a part of your family. Sometimes they are directly your brother. They're like your immediate younger brother. You guys have an altercation up and down. Usually there's a coconut head that it seems like you have to be the one to apologize all the time. So I understand sometimes it feels like the person is being selfish. They are narcissists. It's always used that taking the higher road. I get it. I completely understand. But there's a great cost to the cost can be grave, you know, in magnitude if you keep playing that game. You know, particularly I'm talking to you that you have the coconut head now. When you have the coconut head, you usually can't detect yourself. If you could, you will stop. So it takes a certain level of self-reflection to say, maybe I can take the higher road sometimes too. You know, if I keep telling everybody that me, I don't care about all that higher road nonsense. If you've been saying that all your life, you're a blunt speaker, and this is just how you talk. Me, I just tell the truth all the time. I don't sugarcoat. You've been saying that all your life, and you're looking around you. You notice that your relationships are trash. There's a price to pay for it. The price, by the time you find out what price you have to pay for that, it might be too much. In this case, right now, we can't reverse the hands of time because the mother has passed on, right? We can't. So maybe your case we can't, but there's a chance that you might not make it. You might not have the opportunity to reconcile with your wife, your brother, your sister, your friend. You might not have that chance ever again. Life, there's nothing in life that's continuous forever. Everything ends at some point, right? So you don't have to wait. Somebody might listen to me today and say, but there's nothing we can do about it. If you rub me off the wrong way, that's it. I just shut down. I just go to hell. Good for you. Shut up. Clap for yourself. Or to win. Because me, I'll never force you. I can just say this, but there's somebody listening to me. And today, you've heard a word that really maybe confirms something you've been thinking about. And you're like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to make that call. Trust me, you should make that call. Okay? I think you should make the call. Okay? You have nothing to lose. Think about it. Kunle Afolayan, since they've been fighting, he said they've been fighting all their lives. He's been dragging this guy for a long time. His elder brother, much older, I think they said it's like 10 years older than him, right? Dragging him on the internet, and people were taking sides because when I won't take side all the time, right? You will take side with a person that seems like they're the underdog. You have a tendency to pick sides with the person that seems to be the underdog without critical thinking. I'm telling you, majority of us are like this, okay? Once the person seems like they're the one being cheated, you just take sides. Okay. So he's the younger one. So some people have actually jumped on this side and dragged Kunle Afolayan for a long time. Who is right? Who is wrong? It doesn't matter. It's not the court of law. It doesn't matter. These are two siblings. Okay. These are two siblings, and it really doesn't have to get messy. You don't have to wait till your mother passes away before you reconcile. That happens to be their story. It's not the end of the world. They have another chance, but you don't have to wait until things end and things are messy to the point of irreparable, right? Before you realize that you're just a jealous mofo, right? Jealousy is not always an absolute evil thing. Sometimes it comes from a place of, I wish I was like him. It's a very subtle thing. It comes from a very subconscious place. I wish I was he said, I love you. It's because I love you. He will go and switch his hairdo to look like his brothers, but he will not talk to him because he was actively looking for a way to spite him, I guess, to make himself feel better. Sometimes jealousy will show up in the form of, I feel cheated, so I must eat you up back, and I must show you pepper and show you shaggy. You're jealous. Okay, envy will kill you there. But I'm just letting you know, you don't have to wait until it's too far. Because you're not wiser than the people that say these kind of things, and they put all kind of wisdom in place for you to manage these things. You're not, I will never be jealous. Stop the cap. Okay. Anybody can be jealous. You just have to be caught up in your emotions long enough.
Stop the cap.
Okay. So yeah, I think it's a good lesson. I think it's what do you call it? A cautionary tale for all of us. Okay. Don't wait till it's too far. Some people, they don't know they're jealous. They show it in different ways. They use your talking point to drag you. They're actively looking for ways to tell you that you're wrong. And I tell you guys all the time here, it doesn't matter. Okay, you are wrong. Okay, they are right. But okay, no, you are right. They are wrong.
You're right.
Atigbo. But don't wait. Don't wait until it's too late, because for many people out there, it gets too late. And I'm warning you, having coconut head is not outrightly something like, oh, I'm not a bad person. I know you're not a bad person, but you have coconut head. Okay?
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. All right.
Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I have some other trendy topics to cover. I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve. All right, welcome back. Mike Bamiloye, many pastors are not enjoying their marriage. Let's talk about this, shall we? Shall we? Let's have it. I need that as a sound effect here. Toby and Tribe says, experiencing a common loss has the tendency to bring people together. I hope they have both matured and don't make the same mistakes that led to their distancing from each other. Yes, amen. I pray, I hope so. So let's talk about Mike Bamiloye. Mike Bamiloye seems to be trending quite a bit in recent times. We all grew up on Mike Bamiloye. We knew him as what did we know him as? Hold on one second, let me decline that. We knew him as Ishawuru in the series Ayamatanga. I think I've covered him here in the past, Matanga. I think it's called Agbaranla, the ultimate power, something like that. But I watched the Agbaranla, the Yoruba version. My wife actually till today she claims she has nightmares from the Matanga. But I think she has also nightmares from Kotorun, Ayetoto, Aya Camera. Those series with all the witches. I think once in a while they still put one of the ladies in that movie. They put her on skits and stuff. She looks like what we might consider a real witch. Have you seen witches before? Me, I've never seen a real witch before, but I know what Yoruba Nollywood movies paint them to look like, and I think that's what most of you think witches look like. But anyway, sometimes I would argue that sometimes witches look like regular people, like you and I, around us, living with us, sleeping in and out with us. But anyway, let's get back to Ishawuru. Baba Mike Bamiloye. Mike Bamiloye. This is what it looks like today, by the way. I think he's aging. How old is he? I wonder how old is he? Like, he's 64 years old. I think he looks good for 64 years old. That's it right there. But this was this is what it looked like in those series back then. It was acting a character called the Ishawuru. All right. So he's a Nigerian gospel film actor. I think he's also a pastor because he acted only gospel movies. So gospel, just Christian stuff, right? So they call him a dramatist, a producer, a director, of course. He's an evangelist and the founder and president of the film production company Mount Zion Faith Ministries. Yes, Mount Zion Television. We all grew up on it in the 90s. All right, so they had many movies. I think they also did a movie called The Beginning of the End. All the movies that they played in your church when VCR's video cassette recorder was coming out back then, they played, everybody sit down and say, heaven, this is what heaven and hellfire would look like. And then they start praying fervently so that we don't end up in hellfire. Heaven is the goal. Anyway, so why are we talking about Mike Bamiloye today? There's a report here on Daily Post Nigeria. I'm going to read it and then we'll talk. Popular Nigerian gospel film actor and the founder of the Mount Zion Film Production, Mike Bamiloye, has stated that many pastors are not enjoying marriage. Mike Bamiloye has stated that many pastors are not enjoying marriage. Why? Mike Bamiloye made the claim in a now viral post on his X handle. While speaking about women who make their marriages difficult, he noted that many pastors are enduring their marriages rather than enjoying it. He explained further that those pastors' wives believe in using their husbands' ministries to manipulate them. And I quote, several women believe that pastors cannot beat them. Wait, what? Several women believe that pastors cannot beat them like unbelievers or divorce them at will. They use the man's calling or ministry to blackmail him. These were the kind of movies he would put together as a story back in the days. I think they still do movies, but I haven't seen their movies in a long time, probably in a good 30 years. But anyway, several pastors are not enjoying their marriage, but enduring it. All right, so that's what he said. And of course, you know, the whole internet went into shambles as soon as he said it. Speaking of shambles, we have another story coming up. You know, the whole internet went into shambles. What did I say? It went into shambles. Many people had a lot to say. Okay, and let me see if I can find some of those comments, and then we can talk. I believe a lot of people struggle with English language. That's what I've noticed in recent times. That's not to say I speak better English than anybody. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, if that's what you're thinking, this is another reason why I deep thinking. Okay, critical thinking. I'm not talking about somebody can speak English better than the other. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about comprehension now. Okay, maybe even another level above comprehension. The way people comprehend words and how they combine sentences and can be quite triggering if they're not well traveled, or some people are actually they've traveled but they're not well traveled. There are people that have traveled but they're not well traveled. Maybe they traveled to Toronto, Canada, but they haven't left Toronto, Canada in 30 years. That's not good enough. That's not well traveled. That's just a japa. Okay, that is just japa. Let's be clear on these things. Okay, it's very important because I think it will help us understand a lot of issues. Okay, it will help us understand a lot of issues. I think many, and I appreciate TikTok for this. Many more and more people need to start creating content or making submissions in their native language. And I think a lot of people, they don't mean any harm. And I'm not giving excuses for Mike Bamiloye now, but bringing the idea of beat a person into that, or beat a wife into that conversation is highly problematic. He didn't mean it like that. Shout out to him. Congratulations. If many people are going to think he meant that, like he's making beating okay, then he needs to adjust his language, because everything is going to get lost. Okay, everything, whatever he meant to say, I'm sure he meant well, is going to get lost in the sauce of things, because what's the point if you're communicating and the point you're trying to pass across is not landing properly? Isn't that, it's useless at that point in time, right? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it becomes useless at that point in time. So he has a lot to say in this. He has a lot to say, but I think, and the problem with some of these elderly people is that the coconut head no be here. Even if somebody under them say, "Daddy, let's adjust it this way," say, "No, we don't need to be diplomatic about this thing. We need to say the truth and say the truth." But the average person you're speaking to cannot even receive what you're saying, sir, because they get lost in the middle of social media trying to help you interpret, sir. Anyway, I'm reading some of the comments here on Instablog Nigeria. Somebody said, "My parents are pastors. I can tell you their marriage is heaven on earth." Okay. Somebody said, "Fact, one calls his wife honey in church and monkey at home." Okay, so they are saying the pastors. Okay. The pastor is calling his wife honey in church and monkey at home. See, again, this is what I tell people. I said, tell me the rest of the story, right? That doesn't mean that's everybody's story. Some women may be evil. He might be right? But then why do you bring the conversation of beating wife into that? It doesn't make any sense. But I'm sure it makes a lot of sense for him when he was saying it, okay? Somebody said, we listen and we take note. Okay, they are saying the beat part. They are paying attention to the beat part. Somebody said, I need help regarding a serious issue with, let me see, what is this? No. Let's see. And vice versa too. Some pastors are busy sleeping with the hottest girls in the church. Somebody said this is very deep. So many people will not understand this. See, I like as this man no send anybody. See, he just come here and talk his mind and keep it moving. But what he said is true, though. Okay, see, truth. We have a lot of truth tellers on today's episode, so stay tuned. I like as this man no send anybody. Okay, he has a lot of bad opinions about marriages. He's probably speaking from personal relatives. No, I don't think he meant that. I think it's not knowing how to talk in social media era. And also having coconut head on top of that, say, don't tell me how to talk. Whereas in any era in life, everything is a moving target. You do have to pay attention to how you're being received or how your personal behaviors are being received in public. It's called social intelligence. It's called social awareness. And every leader must understand that. Especially if you're a thought leader, you need to understand that. Okay, because unfortunately, some people are going to take what you're saying, they're going to go repeat it, and then it's not gonna fly. Because what do you mean beat? What do you mean beat? Anyway, so I don't want to stretch it. I just want to make that point. I think a lot of this issue, I don't think they mean any harm. I think, however, people like Mike Bamiloye, people with native tongue, Yoruba, Igbo, right? There's a guy called X, aka on TikTok. He speaks English, but he claims all this traditional stuff, but he needs to speak Igbo. I doubt if he'll be yarning the dust he yarns on the internet if he was speaking Igbo. Not only that, we'll understand it better and we'll get some even better lessons out of it. English is not anybody's mate, okay? What about me? Should I speak Yoruba? I actually have considered it. I might start a whole channel just speaking Yoruba about this kind of stuff. God help me, because my Yoruba is not the best, but you know. So many pastors are not enjoying their marriage. Where's the rest of the story, Baba? At least tell us the rest of the story. I'm sure we probably took him out of context. He probably has a longer story on Twitter, but again, these viral moments also goes a long way. Why are we talking about women who think they can just, if they thought you can beat them, maybe that's why. Maybe they're lashing out. Maybe they're like I'm about to leave this marriage. Maybe that marriage does not have intrinsic value. Maybe she's just waiting for one day and where she will gain enough courage and she will say she's out. Or maybe Baba, maybe it's good riddance to bad rubbish for Baba. Maybe Baba should be leaving that marriage. We don't have to force marriage. I think too many people are forcing marriage too, between the wrong sets of people. Anyway, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Let me know what your thoughts are around that. Is Baba just speaking the truth? I mean, Baba should adjust, or maybe Baba should just speak Yoruba. Mike Bamiloye is a Yoruba man. He should just speak Yoruba. What are your thoughts around this? Start paying attention to it. I think some people need to really teach us. I think they have some value they can teach us better when they speak their native tongue. I think it goes a long way. Or maybe even more pidgin people self. I think that helps a lot, you know. But I'm noticing that there's a disconnect in languaging. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Ola Jumoke. Ola Jumoke is a bread seller, model, turned model some few years ago. I think around 2015, 16, something like that. But she's made it to the news, and I shared on the backstage. Her story in the past few days actually brought me to tears. You know, I'm very happy for her now. But there's some things happened since 2015 and 16 that I watched some videos. I think the videos with City Edge 105, City FM, something like that in Lagos. She had an interview, a very emotional interview with City Edge, and I was like, wow, you know. There's also some domestic violence involvement in her story. She also eloped with a man. She also in Nigeria, culture also plays a part here. She kept calling a man her husband, and this is a man that never really took the right route to make her the wife. And I keep warning ladies about this. Some of you want to cut shortcuts because you're smarter than yourself. It's like, what's the big deal? We don't need to, like, I understand you don't have to spend all that money on wedding, but you should have some sort of ceremony. You should have some kind of certification where it's necessary. Okay, there are situations where you must celebrate small wins. You must use the right titles, and you must respect platforms when you come on platforms, because it goes a long way, because other people will also accord you similar respect. If you see that there's a tradition, there's a culture in place, right? And you just like, no, I'm coconutted, I don't need to do all that. We don't need all that. It's new age generation, it's social media generation. What do you need all that for? There's a place for that, and there's a place where you're overdoing it. You're overdoing the woke thing, you know. So those are some of the things that comes to play in Olajumoke's story today. I'm gonna go with the report here on Punch. All right, he said, I begged for food after my popularity waned. Jumoke Orishaguno. So she said, not her, but Punch News report says, after years of fading into obscurity, is that pronounced right? I think so. Obscurity. Olajumoke Orishaguno, the Lagos bread seller who rose to fame in 2016 after being discovered by renowned photographer T.Y. Bello. Let me see here in 1 second. Okay. T.Y. Bello is making a remarkable comeback, this time as a broadcaster. Okay. So before all of this, right, she just told her story. That's all it was. And she was basically just begging for Nigerians to help her, because she has gone through a lot. After, you know, see, another thing that we need to understand, the human emotions will be your mate. I keep saying that, right? See, when you hit a windfall of money or success, type of success you're not prepared for, it's a setup for failure. I'm not saying you shouldn't receive something that you have never received before. That's not what I'm saying. But ultimately, it's a setup for failure. Okay, because you're not. How do I say this? You're not. You know, to whom much is given, much is required. You know, when Biggie Small says more money, more problems, that is real, right? But many people, when they are too young or too immature to process the level of success that hits them, they can't comprehend the idea that this is not always going to look like this, right? So it's the same thing that when you're training your children, if you don't train them to earn respect, earn trust, earn submission, if you don't train them to earn these things, right, it's a setup for failure. If you tell them that, oh, anybody will just accord them respect anyhow, or if you, like they were talking about Quincy Jones, right? The children of Quincy Jones, I think somebody said each one of them, they are receiving $70 million because the man passed away, and they are receiving $70 million from his will. I said, and the person was like, if that was me, I said, it can't be you. And by the way, 70 million is not the same to you as it is to a child of Quincy Jones. Not the same thing. Why? Because it's different mindset. So when we keep talking about mindset, it sounds like we sound like broken record. It sounds like, oh, okay, we're preaching now. It's motivational. No, it's real. It's a real thing. If you get hit with success that you're not prepared for, it's a setup for failure. And the story of Jumoke seems like she was just passing by at a photo shoot with T.Y. Bello. She was discovered and she blew up, especially in these social media streets. She didn't know school. She didn't know books, right? She's not educated. And what happened was just a series of, she got taken advantage of, okay? And that's just how this kind of things work. But let me continue that report. It says, popularly known as Jumoke Oniburedi, she captured national attention when T.Y. Bello spotted her during a photo shoot while she was selling bread on the streets of Lagos and saw her potential as a model. Her story of rising from grass to grace became a media sensation, featuring her on magazine covers and inspiring countless Nigerians. However, her journey took a downward turn 4 years ago when she lost her fame, wealth, and public relevance after falling victim to fraud allegedly orchestrated by her former manager. Jumoke claims she was deceived by the manager, who siphoned her money made through endorsement deals and other business engagements. Okay, she revealed this during a meet and greet event titled "The Comeback of Olajumoke Oniburedi," hosted by Cardinal Foundation, where she recounted her ordeal. So before that, there was a radio interview where, and I think they invited all of them back together to give her life again, and then they gave her a radio show. Right now, Jumoke said, and I quote, "I really suffered and lost everything. She took me," she's talking about the manager, "she took me to South Africa twice for a documentary, but I had to pay out of flight. I had to pay for our flights and accommodation. When we returned to Nigeria, she only gave me 50,000 naira. I had no money, nothing. I lost everything. I started calling people for food. It was Auntie Azuka, who was a previous manager, by the way, and T.Y. Bello, who came to my rescue. Her previous manager, she said she never took money from her. Auntie Azuka paid my rent, furnished a shop for me, and regularly sent me foodstuffs and money to take care of my daughters. It was that bad. I had learned my lessons, and I will never leave those who truly mean well to me again." So she left those people. I didn't really get the full details, but it sounded like somebody promised her better opportunities, and then she went, "We'll make it bigger. I know they're not taking money. We'll make it bigger for you." And then she eloped again. Something is consistent about her eloping story. There's something consistent there, okay? Because she also, when she met T.Y. Bello and the Auntie Azuka, who was the manager, the previous manager who never took her money or even take any money out of her gigs, she told those people that she had a husband, right? Now, two-way things here, right? Culturally speaking, in Nigeria, especially people who come from the streets, they might say somebody is their husband. They will say to Yoruba, Okomini. They don't really mean officially Okomini. They might mean a boyfriend, especially if they have kids together. So she had 2 kids for this guy, right? So by the time she said, "Okay, he's my husband," she never told T.Y. Bello and the other manager who was really helping her to get all those deals back in 2016. She never told them this guy. So they found her. I think she also had a deal with another motor company, a motor dealership company. They were giving her lots of money. They paid even for education because she didn't know books at all, right? But she stopped. She moved the guy from wherever their village is. She moved the guy into a new apartment in Surulere, where the guy continued, listen to that language, continued to beat her up. So the guy was already beating her before all of that. And then she still invited the guy. She said, she wanted to just do the right thing. This right thing that I want they do everywhere. See, when I say it's the right thing or you're speaking the truth, the problem with that is that you actually don't know what the truth is. Okay? You're operating from a place of emotions. You're trying to make sure the underdog is okay, but you haven't paid attention, critical thinking long enough to see. Yoruba people say "Oreniwon," right? So she invited the dude into an apartment that was furnished for everything, and they were living as husband and wife. Eventually, the guy started beating her up again, and the guy was also allegedly very rude to the managers, to the people, the people that were really helping her out. So what happens after that? She disappeared. So now she had to be seeking out food, begging for food, right? But I'm happy for her because apparently she got rid of the dude now, but she's back on her feet. She has a radio show, the City Edge FM. I'm happy for her, but someone going through that, because it's almost about to be 10 years again now. You get popular and then you think it's going to last like that forever. Now you want to help everybody because you are superwoman, Superman. You want to help everybody. without making sure that you have enough to give to other people, you go collect. Okay, I'm not saying don't help people. That's not what I'm saying here. Okay, I'm not saying don't speak the truth. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that make sure that you know what the truth is before you claim to be speaking the truth, so you don't collect. That's all I'm saying. Okay, many of you don't make sure of that. You're just going by moral standards, okay, which has limitations to how far you can see when it comes to right and wrong. The reality is that human beings no be your mates. Okay, human beings no be your mates. All right, many of you only pay attention to one experience, you don't pay attention to patterns. People will tell you who they are, but you have to pay attention to patterns. You have to actively listen long enough to detect that. And majority of human beings, they simply don't have the capacity to do that. And I hate to say it that way. And what I'm telling you, that if you're normal, if you consider yourself an average human being, you don't have the capacity. It's something you have to learn. Okay, if you came out of the womb saying I'm speaking the truth, you're a liar by default. Okay, let me just tell you that right now. Toby and Tribe says, as an overnight sensation, it is important to have positive people around you and a humble temperament to maintain the newfound fame. Yeah, it's a tough one, because remember what I said, it's even hard for them to comprehend it. So hopefully somebody will hear that right now and say, you know what, I don't understand this kind of level of success that just came. Let me just calm down. It's extremely difficult to do, but I think it's doable. It's just very difficult. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about the Onibread. It's a success story because now she has a job at the radio show. She's going to be speaking in Yoruba. Perfect. She's going to be speaking to people in Yoruba. It's called Olajumoke Baoloshen Law. And then people are going to be calling in, and then she will have a conversation, because I really think she has wisdom. The worst thing that can happen to this woman is somebody who's put her on the platform to act like Oyibo. There's no need for that. And you don't need to speak English to be enlightened. You don't need to speak English to be enlightened. You just need to have. She's a very smart girl. You know, I'll tell you that much. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. And I've got some more stuff. I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve.
All right. May Yuledoche, real quick. May Yuledoche wins big, defeats Tasha, or Tacha, as Nigerian people will call it, Tacha Brain Jota, brand ambassador of the year. Okay, so she keeps winning. She keeps winning and keeps winning. I'm looking at a report here on Tori.ng. It says May, the ex-wife of Nollywood actor Yul Edochie, as we fondly call him here, has clinched the most influential social media personality of the year award. The highly anticipated annual social media awards gala recently took place in Lagos, celebrating the most influential social media personalities of the year. May Edochie edged out notable nominees, including Brain Jota, who got popular for the song with the elephant and the Kinikon story the other time, right? That was big. It was a big year for him. These are skit makers again. Tasha, Stan Inze, and Yemoli. I don't know who that person. I've seen that name. The award ceremony was attended by a star-studded audience, and May's win sent shockwaves of excitement throughout the venue. In a heartwarming moment, May's daughter Danielle and a trusted friend, Commissioner DJ YC, accepted the award on her behalf. Danielle, who had previously won the same award, oh, Danielle won the same award, walked with poise and pride to the stage, accompanied by DJ YC. The moment was met with thunderous applause and cheers from the audience as fans took to social media to congratulate May Edochie on her well-deserved win. Let me see. Do I have a video here? I guess I might. Let me see here. I might have a video. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I do have a video. Let's see.
Great Tasha, Yemoli, Stanley Zibit. And the award goes to Queen May.
All right, so the award went to Queen May. So I guess she continues to celebrate big things, right? Now, why am I bringing that up? Well, it's a win for her. But I saw a comment. Let me see if I can find that comment because, you know, yeah, I saw a comment here because recently we covered, you know, we did, I think it was last week, we talked about, on a previous video, we talked about Yul Edochie's hidden life exposed, a secret mansion, Gabriel. I guess we talked about polygamy in it, right? And I made some points about polygamy not inherently bad. You know, I know many of us will swear up and down that polygamy is just bad. Listen, if you feel that way, guess what? Guess what time it is?
Well, you're right.
You're right. You're right. Okay. But let's take it a little bit deeper. Let's take it a little bit deeper, right? So I'm going to read this person's comment. Let me see what this is. I think it's Heather. Yeah, Heather. Anyway, shout out to Heather. Heather says, Are there no sexual health issues to consider in polygamy? How about mental health? Polygamy will not erase the fact that everybody will not marry. Help me to understand why men think that they are helping some women by marrying more than one. Men need to be committed and respect their marriage vows. Yuel's ego has gotten the best of him, and until he acknowledges his wrong, he will pay the price of his infidelity. Okay. Another person says, this man of this generation want polygamy when it's convenient. That's marrying more wives. But when it comes to responsibility that comes with it, they want to share responsibility. In the days of old men are sole provider of the family. Good point. That's a good point. All right. So now, this question here, I wanted to address it. Are there no sexual issues to consider in polygamy? I think there are, just as much as there is in monogamy, by the way, you know. Yeah, just as much, if not more, right? So there are. That's just, again, it's all a way of life, right? Somebody might choose to go the polygamy way because they figure they have ways of mitigating the risk, right? I think it goes to, yeah, I don't think, I think even, I think there's health risk even if you don't marry anybody. Okay, so now obviously maybe I should stop the cap. The person is trying to say you're more exposed, right, when you have multiple wives. What if there are wives inside of the home and everybody kind of like they know what they're up to, right? What if they're doing it for religious reasons, right? So I'm not sure, I'm not sure how to process that. I don't think there's, if it's a polygamy where everybody's aware that that's what they're practicing, I'm not sure that there's necessarily more health issues to worry about. Now, when she said mental health, yeah, it depends on what you mean by that, right? Jealousy becomes a big deal. Envy will become a big deal because people will compete with themselves, particularly women will compete with themselves, So, but sometimes people are doing this from a place of this is what we do, maybe religious reasons. We've agreed to it, and they understand that conflict resolution is just part of the game, just like you would need conflict resolution in monogamy as well, or even a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. You will still need the same thing. So, I'm not sure if it carries extra weight, if this is something that people are adults are consenting to, I understand that you don't want to hear that if you have concluded that, God forbid, but there's a good reason that is because you just want to keep your man to yourself and you don't want to share. I can respect that, but I will even respect it more if you beat your chest and say, these are my reasons, I'm not sharing. Your papa is as simple as that. You just tell me that I will respect you even better, as opposed to bringing up all these different excuses why. So later on in this live, I'm actually going to cover, I think I will have time for it. Hopefully I have time for it, but later on this I'm going to cover the Okay Bakassi story, where he talked a little bit about the polygamy thing. I think a lot of the concerns here is that what about women? Same thing. You can practice polygamy if you want, it's just a practice. Toby and Tribe says, in polygamy, you not only have to trust your hubby, but also your co-wives not to cheat on you. Otherwise, you could end up sharing infections. I understand, but these are part of this friction, when you rub shoulders, so people rub relationships of any type, it will create friction. Sometimes the friction is infections and diseases and stuff like that, right? And it's just part of the game. Is that the reason why people should not practice polygamy? I think we need a stronger reason to not practice polygamy. A reason that will be stronger. I don't want to share. It's as simple as that. Right? If you say that and you say that out front, you just be like Queen May, right? Queen May said, I don't want to be a part of polygamy. And that's more than enough, right? You can go to hell and go and do your polygamy with one person on the other side, but over here, I don't want to do polygamy. I think that's enough. But the reality is that the people that practiced polygamy before, right, it wasn't just outrightly bad, right? Now, can people afford it today? Can people afford polygamy? Because like the other person, let me give a shout out to that person, Ronke Alunge, I think. Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, shout out to Ronke Alunge. Like Ronke Alunge said, you can't be wanting to do polygamy, man or woman, and want to share responsibility. You need to be the sole provider. Okay, you need to be man or woman enough to do your polygamy with full chest, and because that's how it was done, at least on the surface. Even if you help your husband as one of the wives, you kept it hush because in public you want to make sure that your husband remained the king, and that was an arrangement that worked out for everyone that was involved to some extent. Nothing is perfect. There's no system that's perfect anyway. But yeah, what am I for? Am I for polygamy or monogamy? The easy way to get that question answered, what do I practice today? I practice monogamy. That's easy. You don't need to know my opinion personally. You can just look at my lifestyle, because that's the absolute truth right there. Can that change tomorrow? Yes. But why you worry about tomorrow? Just worry about today, okay? I'm a monogamist as of this moment. If somebody comes to me and they were asking, and they asked me and said, should I do polygamy or monogamy? This is my answer for that person. If you have to ask me that question, I think you should stay away from marriage altogether. If you have to ask me that question, I think you should stay. I don't think you're fit for marriage. Just stay away from marriage, okay? Because if I tell you to do monogamy, and then 3 years down the line, you said that person advised you to do monogamy, and then if you did polygamy now, you're not even sure of yourself that you have to be asking stupid questions. You shouldn't be doing it. I think you should stay away from marriage altogether if you have to ask that question in this time and age, okay? But what are your thoughts? Queen May Edochie said she doesn't want, and she says that more importantly, focused on her purpose in life. It seems like, and she's winning big time. What are your thoughts? 1 for polygamy or 0? No, I don't know. Just say polygamy or monogamy. Just put polygamy in the chat or monogamy, whichever one your preference is. But don't just say that. Give me your reason. And don't give me the infection stuff or any of those stuff that you have to deal with in any type of relationship anyway. Give me a stronger reason why you want which one you want. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve.
All right. So Davido versus TVC's Mariah and her team over there. Truth versus lies. I told you we're going to talk about truth, the truth tellers, lie tellers, and all of that. You know, we're going to talk about that. You know, Davido Afrobeat superstar, rockstar 001 Nigeria Limited. He was in the news, was trending over the past few days or so. And he was dragged woto. But you know what? I think it's 50-50. So a lot of people were actually in support of what he had to say. I'm gonna play maybe 2 videos and then we'll talk. There's a video that I have here. Let's see here. So Davido was okay. All right, I found it. There you go. Let's listen to this video. Davido was just speaking his mind, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those,
Leave America and go where?
back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not.
Just, I mean, my country now is in the economy now is in shambles.
But if okay, so if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the bad parts.
Except now.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
No, except now. He's not going to show the bad part, except just in this talk. But go ahead, Davido. Go ahead.
From the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
We Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. The a lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good anymore. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil and we pay more money for oil than a country that's importing the oil. You know what I'm saying? So there's stuff like that. But regardless, entertainment is one of the things that's made Africa look good.
Yeah.
We do not have the best leaders. That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We do not have the best leaders. That's a fact. Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth, right? But let me see here. There's another video I think I have. Let's see if we can find that video. All right, let's play this. Shout out to TVC. We're gonna play this video and then take it from there. Let's see here. Let's share it. So this young lady, she's always wearing a hijab. What's her name? Akashat Imat. Okay, I hope I pronounced that right. Anyway, she has something to say to Davido. Let's listen.
Davido did something very responsible, and I stick to it.
Okay.
Davido is one of the privileged.
What she says is that Davido did something very irresponsible, and she sticks to it. She didn't say responsible. She said irresponsible. So listen to it.
Nigerians who are dual citizens. He talks about his Atlanta background a lot. Did he do a service to the Nigerian who doesn't have that privilege? No, because that Nigerian needs an investor who would set up and create an enabling labor market that will give him life, that will empower him, that will employ him. What Davido has simply done is that when Asiwaju is taking a plane to country to look for the foreign investors that will come here,
well, so what she said so far right now, is that not truth? Everybody's saying Davido is speaking the truth. I think he spoke the truth. But what this lady is saying right now, if we make it about truth, she's also speaking the truth, Abby. Tell truth, it comes to truth, right? Okay, what else can we talk about in this conversation if they're both speaking the truth? I bet you disagree that she's speaking the truth. Is she not speaking the truth? Let's keep listening.
He told them, don't come. Has he done a service to the average Nigerian inside Ede that does not know the royal family of Ede? Has he done a service to the Nigerians in Omwaron, who is in the bush trying to get wood? Has he done anybody a privilege in the rice farms in Bida? No, he hasn't. He has spoken whose truth?
He has spoken truth, but whose truth? Definitely not hers, right? So let's keep going.
Of the elites. The people who spend the dollars, 1 minute, not the people who buy beans per pinto. Okay, so Davido did something very responsible, and I stick to.
All right, so
we know that the country is hard. We know that these reforms were forced on us because if we had continued to feed the elites, we would be worse off.
Yeah.
They had to take out subsidy, stop the payment. Allocation has increased to state governors, but we are not asking the governors.
No.
We have removed this supplement that we give to dollars so that we can buy it cheaply. We are now forced to buy it how we see it. And this is the real value. We are suffering under that weight. And what you can say is bad here. As if it's not bad. Did you hear the campaigns? During the elections, in the completed election, did you hear the campaigns? Of what the reality of America is. And Oprah would say it at elections, but she won't sit on a show or sit at a table and tell everybody, and tell a foreign interviewer what Davido did. And that's where it's wrong. Because you sat there, but now your reference point for whether they should go ahead and invest in the country. See, the point is, no matter how true to your...
Because the point, I think the question was, people should go back home and invest in the country. And Davido was discouraging that. Is that also not truth that he was discouraging that? Davido spoke truth too. I'm with you. All of us are speaking truth today. We go speak truth today. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Say we want to speak truth, right? We go speak truth.
You're right.
Not to say these people are hating on Davido. That's another truth. At least your truth. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Truth is, we know that the country is hard. We know that these reforms were forced on us because if we had continued to feed the elites, we would be worse off.
Yeah.
They had to take out subsidy, stop the payment. Allocation has increased to state government. Hold your truth if it's not going to be of service to your people. It's in the corridors where he could make that noise privately, but no. He chose to tell that person on it that America care. Come where care. Whereas what we need is foreign investors. That's what our government has said we needed. Except Davido can show me 2-3 companies where he's producing beans, rice, the local food for the local man, so that he can be talking. Yes,
wow.
You're talking, but you're still talking amongst yourselves. We sit there and we allow our places of influence be where we advocate that is bad, it can never be good, it's worse. We condemn our own. So Davido is a person of influence and should be more guarded in his utterances, especially about the country that has given him that fame. Imagine that Davido started his music at...
Davido is a person of influence and should be more guarded in his utterances, right? Is that not truth? Hold on, let me stop that thing, Jerry. Is that also not truth, right? Remember, Davido spoke truth, right? Nothing but fact. He even said at the end of that's a fact. We have bad leaders, right? So I agree, Davido spoke truth. You're right. Okay, but let's listen to this one. Let me hear this. Let's have it.
Davido's.
I want to hear Talk West.
was going to come in here.
Yes, so we were talking about the idea of their platforms. They shouldn't say things, and like their platform, there are things that are appropriate to say in certain settings and not appropriate to say in certain settings. That's pure communication, factual. However, the responsibility of selling Nigeria does not lie with the Nigerian feeling the pain. You cannot slap me and say, don't cry, or this is how to cry, or comport your crying, or don't cry in this place because you are a Nigerian. So even if Nigeria has slapped you, you will rearrange your face because you need to show off a particular image. No.
Okay, I disagree with that already. First of all, Davido is not your regular Nigerian. Davido is a person who benefits from the name Nigeria and Afrobeats. And he's responsible. He will be held responsible to, in addition to speaking his truth.
You're right.
In addition to speaking his truth, he must also learn how to sell Nigeria in a positive light. Okay. Why? Because there's more than enough to sell Nigeria with, one of them being Afrobeat. He needs to stay focused, face forward, face his front. Toby said they are both right. I think it is the way he talked about it, like there was zero hope, was what offended the lady. That's it. This is simple. He spoke truth. Okay, now that everybody has spoken truth, what else could we improve on as a Davido? That's all we're saying. All we are saying. Anyway, I'm just trying to make it simple enough. I'm not disagreeing with anybody here. He spoke truth and fact. Yes. Shout out to Davido for speaking truth and fact. This is what I said on the comment. I'm just going to read that, and then I'm just probably going to call it a day, just to keep it simple, because I don't want to overstretch it. Right? I said he did not lie, but you are lying if you don't think that could be said better. Forget Davido for a second. If you don't think what he said could be said better, you're lying, and that's even worse than Davido. Okay. Now, let me see what's this other one here. I might have said the same thing. Okay. I didn't say the same thing. I said it's okay for Davido to know how to sell and edify without sugarcoating truth. Right? That's what we're afraid of. That we just sugarcoat so badly. We don't tell ourselves the truth, that we keep brushing. I understand what you're afraid of. Okay. You don't have to sugarcoat the truth. All right. If you don't know how to highlight potential, you are also a liar, because there are potential, especially coming from someone like Davido. He can absolutely do a better job at selling the potential in Nigeria. He can also maybe give a caution to people going back. Just make sure you do your due diligence. Nigeria has potentials. Do your due diligence. We have some challenges in the economy right now, but we could definitely do better. Our leaders can definitely do better. Is that one a lie? Okay, I'll leave it at that. I know you're going to come into the comment later and say, no, just speak the truth. You doing what? It's okay. Let's just all keep learning. You don't have to admit it today, but you have to learn how to sell. It's the greatest skill set in life. Okay, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, share your thoughts. Let me hear it. Let's have it. I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Okay Bakassi. Okay Bakassi. Who is Okay Bakassi? Okay Bakassi was featured on Honest Bunch this last week. In my opinion, it's probably the best. It's probably the best episode so far with the Honest Bunch podcast, and I'm gonna highlight about 21 different lessons that I think we all should walk away with from that show. I think he did a fantastic job right off his dome. I think it was a really, really good session, a really, really good episode that I think is worth that we highlight some of this stuff. So the good news is that I've done some, I've highlighted some of them. I'm going to point them out, but I have something I want to point out in this particular segment before I continue to the rest of the hour. Then I'll finish at the top of the hour. I'm going to try to finish at the top of the hour, Now, the the point that majority of people took away from it is the fact that he declared polygamy the best for Africa. I don't think that was the most important part of but there's some context to what he was saying. I'm gonna play that first, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, let me share, and then let's listen in.
What is the difference between polygamy and monogamy? Polygamy says you can marry two people at the same time. Yes. Monogamy says you cannot marry them at the same time. You have to let one go. Mm-hmm. What if you don't want to let that one go? But you're forced to. In monogamy, it doesn't stop you from marrying 6 in your lifetime, true or false? True. But you have to divorce them. So society is not saying that you cannot marry.
Let's go back a little bit.
Monogamy is not working. Forget all the lip service that we pay to polygamy here. I still think that polygamy is the best form of marriage for Africa.
Why?
Yes.
Trigger alert.
Monogamy is not working.
Its reason.
Why do you think monogamy?
Its reason is that monogamy is not working. We are pretending. Let's have it. Tell us more, Baba.
It's not working.
It's not working. Now, what is the difference between polygamy and monogamy? Polygamy says you can marry 2 people at the same time. Yes. Monogamy says you cannot marry them at the same time. You have to let one go. Mm-hmm. What if you don't want to let that one go?
Awkward.
But you're forced to.
Silence.
In monogamy, it doesn't stop you from marrying 6 in your lifetime, true or false?
True.
But you have to divorce them. So society is not saying
the girls, they're not having it at this point, by the way, but let's keep listening.
That you cannot marry many women, just that you can keep 2 of them or more at the same time.
But where they write them?
I feel where they write them.
That when you go registry, go sign that document. Law. When you go registry, go sign that document. You must dissolve them before you. Otherwise,
bigamy.
Yes. Exactly.
Bigamy. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, so what happens when you divorce 1, 2, 3, and there were children involved? You have 6 wives.
Okay, so that's the reality that a lot of people don't want to admit. Okay, if you have children for more than one person, you have to deal with these people. Okay, but it's not official. You don't have to be romantic with them again, but you still have to deal with them. You have to manage. I say that here all the time. You have to manage those relationships. Those are, at least for the life of those children, you're gonna have to manage those relationships. That's the reality. And what is most people running away from when it comes to marriage and relationship? When they want to run away, most people, I'm not talking about the minority that may be running from DV or very extreme abuse. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about most people. Yes, go and do the numbers. Most people, right? What are they running away from? Managing relationships. Guess what you're gonna have to do after you leave the marriage? Manage that relationship. That's my evil laugh.
But the only thing is that you're no longer with them.
You are just with the new one.
You are with the current one. But all these other ones are in your life, courtesy of your children.
And they are still sending you message.
Yes, now.
Yes, now.
So I think we can all agree that YouTubers make crazy.
Yes, now. Let's see. All right, let's continue.
Child support now. Courtesy of your children.
And they are still sending you message.
Yes, now.
Yes,
and
now.
once they back, can always happen.
Now. Unless they are doing better than you.
No, it's not about the ones they bear. You don't have to have sex with the person you have children with. That's what Nedu was thinking about. Well, yes, it can, but that's not what he's talking about. You have to think a little bit deeper than that. Okay? You are effectively in multiple relationships with multiple people once you have children for more than one person. That's all he's saying. You're right. Officially, you're not. Okay? On paper, you're not. Yes, even mentally, you might feel free, at least because you don't have to answer to that person again. So we can call cap for him on that. Okay? Granted. But it is important to note that you cannot run away from your own shadow, right? So he's saying that maybe if we don't shoot polygamy in the legs, that maybe people would actually manage their relationships better because they will be contained. But maybe not, right? It's up for debate.
Then you may be slightly free.
Maybe free, slightly.
They're free in the sense that you are now an irresponsible man. because they will condition your children to see you as irresponsible.
Yeah.
So you better be playing a role in your children's life. if you deserve any kind of respect.
Yep.
So all those three.
So that's a message to the men, most importantly, especially Africa, that you think now you are free because that marriage is over. Now you better have a relationship with not just the children, but even her. It's going to benefit you. Okay, if you try to do the Oyibo stuff and say we've divorced, why are you bothering me? You go collect. You hear me?
Where you get with one way or the other, you're intermingling.
The way people don't vilify polygamy, I think it's making a lot of people run away from it.
No. You see, because we quick go embrace Western education and values, and we no look deep into our culture. You understand?
Everybody's guilty of that. Okay? Everybody, look at this nice blazer. That's a Western style blazer. That's a very pretty blazer that he's wearing. Okay.
And don't get me wrong.
Oh, by the way, he's also speaking a Western language.
when they say polygamy, women go say, are women also allowed to marry more than one husband?
I knew you wanted to ask that question, didn't you? Right? He has answers for you. Are women also allowed?
For me, yes.
Polyandry. Absolutely.
If you get the money.
That one was very quick to say polyandry. Polyandry. If you get the money
to marry more than one husband. For me, yes.
Polyandry.
If you get the money to keep the two.
Do you have money to keep the two? Because you're only thinking of once debe, always debe. You're only thinking of what do you call that thing? Kirewa. Anyway, Tobia Tribe says polygamy scares the hell out of me. So I will be in one room and be hearing my husband making love to another woman in the next room. Just kill me. It's not even that deep, But I get you, I get you, I feel your pain there, I'm not encouraging polygamy, by the way. The reality is that an average human being cannot afford polygamy. So whoever is fantasizing about polygamy, just rest, okay? Whoever is afraid of polygamy, like you to rest. The average person cannot pull it off because of the kind of world we set up for ourselves from an economical standpoint. We can't afford it anyway. So that's why I say everybody just manage your relationship. You're going to practice it. What he's saying is that you practice it somehow, some way, by divorcing one person and getting with another person because you did not manage. You didn't do a good job managing your relationships. You end up in multiple marriages. Now, unfortunately, you have to manage that relationship. Now, if you find yourself in that circumstance already, it's okay. The idea here is to not keep increasing it because there's a higher divorce rate when you don't get it right. The second time again, the second, third time, it's up to 75% divorce rate for second and third marriages. So it's not too late if you've divorced once to learn this right now that, hey, the more people, you're just a polygamist. That's what it's coming out to. We just don't call it polygamist. We call it serial monogamist. You have to manage all of those relationships. That's what he's trying to say. All right, let's keep going.
Because I'm not gonna keep you for us, you keep another man, and I want for you. So then they walk you. Then they walk you.
They whine.
Another man, and if you get the money, to keep the two. Because I'm not gonna keep you for us, you keep another man, and I want for you. So then they walk you. Then they walk you. You understand? Yeah, but if you're a successful woman, you have made so much money.
You have money.
I'm one of Africa's richest women.
And
you feel say one man.
Alakija. She can pull off polygamy if she wants. Will she want to? Probably not. It's mental. She probably wants to do that. But I'm saying she can afford it.
I no go do you. You need money. I'm one of Africa's richest women. And you feel say one man no go do you. You need like 2 or 3. I swear, if you audition for men, we go accept that arrangement. Then they.
They're plenty.
Then plenty we go agree. Man, give me my own house. So they come give me
an allowance.
I'll give my allowance. They tear me. Any day, you just be my promo. I'm here for you. You will find 3 husbands will go follow you straight today.
Problem solved.
So if a woman is successful and
even if we go by the serial monogamous thing, will you not find more husbands if you divorce one person because you think the grass is greener on the other side and you go mad? You'll find enough people. If you're a woman, you have aura, you have sexy aura, you don't have problems attracting men. Never mind what the stupid people are saying in the manosphere. You don't have problem attracting women. You will find men, okay, that will follow you for every time you're single. So you're a serial monogamist. You have to manage every single one of those relationships. Okay. Just know that and know peace. Okay. The self-awareness goes a long way. Okay. Just know you have to manage each one of those relationships. No, you don't have to have sex with them again. But you have to manage it's going to take that much energy plus more, because now you're not in the same household. Okay. And envy, jealousy, health issues, infections. Okay. Is it possible? Yes. Okay. All right. So what are we talking about here? The solution comes down to manage your relationships. Learn how to manage conflict resolution. Learn your seductive powers. That's your first leverage to conflict resolution. If you are tackling conflict resolution before you understand your seductive powers, yeah. Sorry, you go collect.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm warning you. I'm telling you. Let's see.
And once 3 men, should she? Yes. Society allow him. Otherwise, she go divorce this one, marry this one, divorce this one, marry this one, and see 3 men. Logically.
So what of the people
we never decide when we want to have that conversation. When we are ready to have that conversation, make we have that conversation.
But what of the people?
Nothing do polygamy. No, any day, mark my word, any day where America and the Western world approve them now, we go begin to.
That's it.
Because we like that they collect permission from. Maybe now they are telling us to approve gay now. If you know gay, they vilify you now.
True.
Suddenly we have accepted that a man can carry man, woman can carry man. Maybe so. Is it not because the Western world says it's okay? Any day when they come now tell us say it's okay to marry two now, we say, yeah, we have been released. You come back and I say na new, but now waiting our ancestors do now. We can't say we go school now. Because we have to decide. Because guess what? If you allow people the right to decide whether they want to be polygamous, some people go still choose to be monogamous.
Yes.
But at least they know they have the right to go ahead and get more if they want to. There are people who will feel that even with the polygamy and monogamy, some people say they don't want to marry at all.
They don't want to marry, yeah.
Is it not so?
Yeah.
So if you still do polygamy, some people will go just say, I can marry 3 or 4, but 1 is enough for me. Man. I don't like stress.
Yep.
You get?
All right. So the reason why I highlighted that is because sometimes we put too much attention on the wrong things. Okay. And I get it. They're more entertaining. There's a reason why the title is about polygamy. Okay. I get it. All right. It's more entertaining. It's more controversial. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. But if you are here, if you are the 1 to 10% of the people here to actually learn the lessons, your focus should not be on polygamy or monogamy. You have the right to say you don't want to be a part of polygamy. It's really that simple. Okay. But your energy, your focus should be on learning how relationships work and learning how to manage relationships so you build some of the best relationships for yourself. There's a whole skill set behind it. Saying you don't want polygamy is not a skill. Okay, most people don't want to share, so there's nothing special about you. So if you're trying to create a special type of experience, like those one-off couple goals, relationship goals, then you better be ready to learn something else beyond just I don't want polygamy. There's more to this than just I don't want. That what you don't want and what you will never take. For everything you can never take, somebody else can never take 90% of what you have to bring to the table. Okay, they can't tolerate you. So what are you telling? What are you telling? You're not telling us anything new. Okay, but you know what's new? You know what's special? When you become some of the top 3%, 5% people in this world, and you've mastered relationship, because you've mastered your seductive powers, you've mastered your power of influence on other human beings, and you don't ever feel the need to use controlling tactics, either reverse, okay, indirect. You don't have to use any of that stuff because it's actually easier for you to come from the inside out. Do me a favor, let me know your thoughts nonetheless. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I have some more of Okay Basi I want to cover. I think there's about 21 different lessons from what he said. And I want to get through that in the last 15 minutes of our live. session, and I'll be right back. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. And yes, I'll be right back.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve.
All right, welcome back. All right, so let me see here. Just in case, never know, just in case, I'm gonna drop this. I'm rounding up the live for today. I do want you to go back to especially if you're in America, I want you to go back to your families and spend the rest of the evening with them. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have enough in your life that you're thankful for this year. I am very grateful. I have a lot of work to do, but I'm very grateful. I think it's a blessing to have lots of work to do. But I want to continue some of these lessons. I think there were about, how many lessons did I see? About 21 marriage lessons. So I'm going to play the first one. I'll see how far I can go with this. But he said a lot of things that I thought were really, really good lessons. So I figure we just finish off with this.
No girl, let me not say no girl.
Exactly.
Let me not
Don't
say
generalize.
most girls these days. Yeah. I'm going to come to the question, but most girls these days, when they are coming to see you, is either you book an apartment for them or you put them in a luxury 5-star hotel.
Yes.
How many? I'm not saying they're not do, then do, but how many girls right now go see boy where they BQ? Follow you, go BQ, can't tell you, say, it's your place is even better. Do you think we still have, man, keep your hand, we're not talking about you. Do you still think we have such girls now?
Have you ever considered at-home needling? This is Cure's micro.
Not to say they do too, they talk. You know now.
I will answer this way. That I will surprise you.
Okay.
Please.
So we men, we are guilty. We're also guilty of the kind of women our women have become. We are also guilty of the kind of women that they have become. Because unknown to us in this part of the world, we have conditioned women to believe that once they are beautiful, they will get anything. It's common to see a fine girl, you say, oh, fine girl, why you dey trek? You don't deserve to trek. Intermoto. Intermoto drop you. Fine girl like you don't supposed to trek. You know? Fine girl like you, somebody supposed to carry you, take ride, book ride. Who make you the trek like this? Okada, stop that girl. Why you find?
All right, so that's the first lesson. I've always said that it's all men's fault. I never used to use language fault, but it's your fault. Let me just tell you right now. It's all men's fault. I'm going to jump to the second lesson. Women, I call this women 101.
Do you have the capacity to meet them like that? But do you have the skill? I don't want to deceive anybody. Meet me the way I am. But do you have the skill set? Do you have the capacity to meet them like that? That's why if you go your village now, a lot of people when no get phone, they marry every day.
People are getting married.
Oh, yeah.
Go your village now. People when no get phone, they marry every day.
People are getting married.
They go farm with their wife and their children. Till today, when me and you, they know they're on Instagram.
He's blaming everything on social media as well. But he's blaming it on your ability to manage social media.
They're living the real life now. The people where they live this fake life, they're in the minority. Do you know that?
Facts. Yep.
Calculate the population of Nigeria, calculate the population where get phone.
Do the math.
You go see that fake life people are still in the minority. So the real people are still much there now. But now you choose to live fake life now, so live it.
Enjoy them.
But you said the problem you have.
All right, the third one is about how to be intentional. I always talk about intentional here. People always talk about they want to be intentional. If you're not intentional from an emotional intelligence standpoint, you can't control your emotions. That's not intentional. Okay. If all your intention is just knowing how to talk, yeah, it's useless intentionality, essentially, especially when it comes to relationships. So he's going to talk about that right now.
If I'm not intentional about trying to understand these dynamics, we will catch fire for that money first.
Yes. If it's not intentional about trying to understand the dynamics, he talked about the relation between him and his wife and understanding women. I think we should go back to that. Okay, we should go back to that. I think there was a lot. It's 3 minutes. We missed some things in that 3 minutes. I think it's important for my brothers to know that, hey, all that thing you have to complain about your wife, now wash. Yeah, there's nothing new about you. It's just your understanding that's lacking at this point. Because after I tell you now, I said, no, you're just a little woman. You're giving women soft landing. If that's all you're going to get out of this, you deserve all the wutu you continue to collect from women. Oberyn is not your mate. They will never be your mates. It's just what it is. I'm not asking you to bow to them. What I'm asking you to do is engage your own soft life.
Oberyn.
But of course, your coconut head, you have to explain everything, right? But anyway, let's get back to it. Okay. This called women. I'm going back to the women 101. So I'm on I don't know how far we can go with this. Women 101.
Do you have the skill set? Do you have the capacity to meet them like that? That's why they are. If you go your village now, a lot of people will not get phone, they marry every day now.
Oh yeah.
Go your village now. People will not get phone, they marry every day. They born children. They go farm with their wife and their children. Till today, when me and you, they know they're on Instagram. They're living the real life now.
So this is to all the people giving excuse that there's no real women out there, there's no women, there's no good women out there, and some of you ladies that are saying there's no good men too. It's talking to all of them now, but right now we're talking to the gentlemen.
The people where they live this fake life, they're in the minority. Do you know that? Calculate the population of Nigeria, calculate the population where get phone. You go see that fake life people are still in the
minority. It's because of Oju Kokoro. You want a baddie, that's your problem. But
minority.
I got triggered. Sorry, let's continue.
So the real people are still much there. Now. But now you choose to live fake life now, so live it.
Well, you said the problem you have with men.
Yeah.
Now, what are the problem you have with women?
The problem I have with women.
Yes.
So the problem I have with women is, women, they don't even know what they want.
And trigger alert, but he's right.
They don't realize they don't know what they want. And I'll give you, look, yes, yeah, I'll give you, see, the days when man now Korobia. Yeah? Because I have made it my personal life hobby to study women.
Oh
yes. Oh yes. I've made it my personal life hobby to study women. They are the most interesting subject matter. Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do I want to study women? I have a wife. I have 2 daughters. I have sisters. I'm constantly surrounded by women. I need to understand their mindset. I need to understand how they are reasoning. I need to understand how they are operating to be able to relate well with them.
Yes.
So I pay attention. I read materials. I research. I try to understand.
Understanding.
Women now one species where through a full 1 month, they go through different stages of hormonal change. And each of them comes with mood swings. So the woman where you know when you do ovulation is not the woman where you know when you do period. Sure. Now the same girl, but not different personality.
Yep.
You understand? And she not announce
they agree. They say yep.
Periods to you. You just wake up anyone where you meet. That's who she is. That's maybe 1 or 2 days as you meet. So you are adjusting to the her that you're seeing every day. Yeah. My wife. I don't want to make her the subject of this conversation, but there are mornings where she just wake up with quarrel, and even she don't know why she dey quarrel with me. Me, I don't know why she dey quarrel with me. But I know say she quarrel like it won't happen. Now, because I've studied women vastly, where she start, I go just quiet because even this storm go end. Because for my head, I don't calculate. I never really do anything this morning. I just dey wake. You understand? I never really.
But to be honest, it takes a certain level of strength to do that. Strength, wisdom. It's not about you. It's probably not about you. If it's about you, wait for it. Let her tell you. Be patient, right? But he's making some really good points.
I never really compete.
The only crime was to wake up.
The only thing I don't do this morning is to wake up. You understand? And I wake up, maybe at the waka around, I don't really they do anything. And she's doing a lot.
You're not breathing loud.
You understand? So,
breathing too loud.
So the problem is that I'm running late for work. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You're not even helping. At least you should have, even if it's just to put water for me in my medicine, you should have done. I said, but you for just say, put water for your water bottle.
You're supposed
Can't
to know.
you see?
You understand? But at least you know my routine.
Supposed to read
Okay,
minds.
no problem. I'll put water. Is there any other thing I need to do? So when they don't,
I tell people here all the time, they say, so am I supposed to read minds? I say, yeah. It's like, because they're so used to people telling them or therapists telling them they don't need to read minds. No, you have to read. You have to be ahead of. Okay, I don't know if you call it reading minds, but you have to be ahead. Just like he's ahead. It's not about knowing everything. It's about calming down until you know. And don't assume it's about you. Don't overreact. Relax. Have some patience. Yes, patience requires a lot when this is your romantic lover, especially see finish don't enter. So you're doing the same thing. Especially she should know how to behave like adult. Are you an adult? Same question goes. It's two-way street. It goes back to you because she's going to tell you you're supposed to know. So now you end up in an argument, a toxic argument that's not going to end up anywhere.
don't try and engage me for that quarrel. I don't really fall for any one of them. You understand? They will still go work. By the time they come back, that mood don't change. You go, you come back, she's the nicest person. You understand? You don't call me some kind of pet names and everything. Because I don't even know how you're so patient with me. Then I go and say, but that money we dey quarrel.
What's happen?
What I really do? Say, I leave that one. You don't pass.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if I'm not intentional about trying to understand these dynamics.
That's intentional in understanding, not in running your mouth or setting boundaries. Intentional in understanding first. Okay, so that was gonna be the third one, but let me jump to the fourth one right now. The father-in-law wisdom. I personally experienced this. My father-in-law gave me wisdom that I will never forget, that I continue to carry with me for a long time. He experienced the same thing. You have to be patient enough to get to that stage where your father-in-law is saying, "Come here, my son. Let me teach you something really cool about my daughter or about women."
Attention retirees. If you're
Let's see here. Let's get rid of this. Okay.
No, that's not the craving of Tuesday. That one that say, "May you buy suya." You they come back from work on Monday, you bring suya when ice cream, I want lick.
So on different days, she has different wants and needs. Men tend to want this. Men are boring. Tend to want the same thing. This men will say, "Oh, we're easy. Well, not exactly easy. It's two different experiences. It takes patience."
The worst now when you get belly.
Oh my God.
Is it
The worst is when she's pregnant. That's what Bella means. If you don't,
different region? You don't want to be there. My wife first pregnancy, I want mad. Thank God, may God rest my father-in-law. Like call me, come on, come and sit me down. Come give me my first tutorial for marriage. You understand? So when I get friends, when they want mad, they call me. I share the tutorial with them. Their blood calm down.
your blood will calm down.
Because hormones, they run over time. A woman is going through baby kicking, internal heat, all manner of ways of feeling, and your life is normal. And you think she will be happy with you? You're spraying perfume and looking nice and wanting to go outside, not knowing that perfume won't make her vomit.
Wow.
And you say, "Baby, but this is not the same perfume where you buy for me where I like. Must you spray it now?" You don't know, I want to. Or you might drop. You okay? Let me die so that you so I can marry another wife.
Wow. All right. So this next lesson is about forget about her love. This is actually controversial, so pay attention.
Wow.
And nobody told you that you cannot be spraying perfume at this time. Nobody told you. You don't have that manual.
Nobody told you. The therapists are also doing terrible jobs. Yes, I said it. They're doing terrible jobs. Okay, what they end up doing is listening to stories for days. They don't tell you how to understand these things. They don't. They're not teaching these things anywhere. So you're just going in cycles and cycles and cycles. You end up back in the same spot all over again because you're arguing with your destiny. Coconut Head is a bastard. Anyway, this lesson is for men, but ladies, you can capture some things from there too. I'm just telling you right now. Let's continue. Let's have it.
So I like them. So I like to learn. I study. I try and observe.
If you like women, relax, chill, study them, learn. Don't play tit for tat with women. Don't play that equality stupid stuff with women. If they want equality, say congratulations. She does not want equality. She wants a leader. You understand? She wants a leader. You will be held accountable to your leadership skills. It's just what it is, okay? A lot of it is not in talking to. It's about trying to understand what's going on first. Learn how to leverage the forces of the powers that be in your favor. You're overworking yourself. Try to have answers for everything.
You know, might shock you with my greatest finding now.
Go
a lot
ahead.
of women no go agree. Yeah? But I must say this here because I guess this is the show to say it.
Yes.
We are ready.
We're
most likely
we're on number 5 of 21. I don't know how far we can go. 7 p.m. Should I keep going or should I stop it? You guys want me? If you want me to keep going, I'll keep going. For the rest of the 4 of you watching me live, if you want me to keep going, I'll go for a little while. It's 21 of them. Okay, you can watch it on the show itself, Honest Bunch. I'll try to link it in the description. Or if you like my commentary, we'll keep going until I finish. I'm only 5 in right now. If you want me to keep going, I'll keep going. So this one is forget about her love. He's about to explain.
a girl is most likely to sleep with person where put them in the mood more than the person where love them.
Not true.
She said that's not true. Okay, let's have it.
I'll prove it to you.
Okay.
I'll give you my findings.
Okay.
You see if you chase babe. Eh? Find out waiting go put them in the mood. Waiting her emotions want now.
Keyword emotions. Now. Another keyword. Right? But what all women want is somebody to treat them with respect, equality. You go collect. That woman where they show respect, without reciprocal respect, and then you'll be like, I could never understand women. You can't understand women. No. It's you that don't understand women. Okay? And you all by yourself, you go collect.
Sorry.
All right. All they want is just equality. Let's just treat them with equal mutual respect. Did I say don't treat them with mutual respect? No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that after you finish doing that, if she's asking for more, you just know that Obìnrin is not your mate. That's all I'm saying. There's more for. If you're confused, it's time to learn something new. Obìnrin. Anyway, let's keep going.
When you meet them now, capitalize on that time now. You go get what you want. You see, they try. I want to get her to a point where she really knows me and we are in love.
Crazy.
You go love you. When I go do that journey, he go even tell you to wait. Let me figure you out. I know you love me. I think I'm beginning to love you as well, but give it.
At that point, she's starting to lead the relationship, and then you're now even more confused than ever before. But anyway, there's some other lessons here. If you want to watch it, I'll link it. I'll link the actual original show. Just start from 1 hour and 36 minutes on that episode of Honest Bunch podcast. It's called The Role of Relationships in Defining Career Success. Okay, Bakassi. It's right there on YouTube. Just start from 1 hour 36. All the relationship lessons are after that. You're not going there to agree with everything he said. You're just going there to gain some insights. Maybe you learn something new about yourself. Forget about what he's saying. Okay, just listen, to try to gain some, some insights from what he's saying. But this is that was lesson number 4. Forget about her loving you. Okay, the woman's love for you is conditional. Submission is conditional. Her trusting you is conditional. Her respecting you is conditional. See, when a man decides he's going to just respect a woman, he's making it unconditional. He have unrealistic expectations. and it's not going to pan out very well for you. You need to play your role. Okay, your job is to love your woman. That's what the scripture says. As far as her loving you, it's a different ball game. But there's something he said here. I think I want to hear it. I think I want you guys to hear it. Listen to this part.
Every time, don't rush me. You know the language, right? I don't want to be rushed. Yeah, I don't want to be rushed.
She's
you know,
leaving.
men, you know, you guys, once you get what you want now, yeah, different ball game. So don't rush me.
A woman who is saying all that to you is not in love with you, but you're there like a mumu man. Hold on 1 second. I need to.
You they use your function to play.
Oh Lord.
You are a mumu man.
They're like a mumu. I think she's liking me, you know. She's giving me a chance. You know, she's whining time away. She's waiting for the right opportunity to get rid of your ass.
I'll get there.
Let's
take it easy. Yeah? Then when you define love. Good. If you want to sleep with them, pay attention to waiting in the talk. If the thing with the uppermost for her agenda this year now to travel go Dubai, this is your opening.
All right, so the only thing they heard there is Dubai. The man said emotions. He said now, what she's feeling now, right? But the only thing, see, this is the part where, just listen to women. No, listen to women is different from listen to women. Those are two different things. I know, it's the same word, I know, right? It's active listening, and it's listening to what she says and just follow it like a mumu man. You're not listening to understand, right? Anyway, let's keep going.
Forget about her love. Cue into that.
Forget about her love. Cue into that. She said Dubai. It's not about Dubai. It's what she said. It's what is making her feel tingly in that moment, in the now. It's not, you don't, they won't listen now. Okay, let's keep going.
Suppose just go that Dubai, even if I just, 3 weeks away, spend, relax, money and exchange rate and all this is you cue into it, save up for Dubai, save up for that trip. Babe, I just think, say, no travel. Like, where you go, go? Dubai. Okay. We'll go Dubai then. Just spend like 3 days there. What do you think? Like when you get time. Yeah. Bro, you go knock for Dubai. You go knock for Dubai.
They didn't agree.
You go knock. And maybe while there, she may just fall in love.
Now, you can sell physical products on Amazon and compete with thousands of other people selling physical products.
Now they not go activate the love now. That's what they love. But you see all this send flower for inside Lagos and all these things.
Wait, but you guys are not generalizing this, right? It's just some women. Because if you go to a woman that...
All right, so it's just some women. But she's thinking Dubai, right?
Are you saying it
I won't. It will work for me. Because they brought me up.
So hold on.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear what she said? She said, because they brought me up well, it won't work for me. Those two things are not relevant. She brought in the moral thing into it. They're not relevant, right? Let's keep going.
Woman will get money that don't get waiting in life.
What's funny?
So hold on. Woman will get money.
Yeah.
No get waiting in life.
A woman who has money, is there not anything that she actually likes? You're rich, you have everything, but there's nothing else that you like that you haven't touched. Simply because you don't have time for it. Simply because you didn't get to it yet. Simply because it's in your bucket list, right? Just something that you have to take your time to listen to her. That's why I said listen to her is different from listen to her. There's active listening to her to understand what her needs are that can actually provoke some emotional tingling, some butterflies in her stomach. It's not about Dubai, but she's stuck on Dubai at this point.
No, of course there is, but you can't use money to lure somebody.
I just give you one example.
The example.
So the fact that I made this one a holiday trip does not mean what did I say
into what she likes.
Whatever she likes. There's some women, okay, they like that, yeah, but you can't still get them through holiday trip. It has to be more.
She's stuck on holiday trip. No big deal with that. Like most people actually do that. It's not just women that do that, but people don't listen to understand. People listen to respond. I think we all do that, but that's a classic example of that.
Juju be that.
Let's keep going.
Understand. That is, if she likes one of so many things. Yeah. That is one of okay, you as you did like this, what you like?
Me, I like money.
They will give you money. You don't carry me come back
but
to the
that
place
money
where
will
They'll use money to kidnap you, but she probably likes something. You have to listen. If she says she likes money, if this is a girl that you actually care about, you have to listen beyond that. Ladies, if he says he likes sex, you have to listen beyond that. Okay, men. Most of you have generalized that men just like sex, just give me sex, and then you're surprised that he doesn't want sex from you anymore because you're not tapping to the deeper stuff. It's always deeper than sex and money. Let's keep going.
Okay, I think you are not getting my point. The way you made it seem right, that if you get, you definitely sleep with her.
What I said to explain it again is instead of wasting too much time on all this long process, put more emphasis on setting the right mood.
What puts
creating
her in
the right atmosphere that suits her emotion. Yes.
Okay, and that will make her
align with her emotions.
Okay.
You're likely.
How can anybody argue with that? But I get it.
To succeed.
Oh, okay.
And her emotion will be so many different things.
Oh, okay.
It may just be to declutter her life. She may be in a stage.
That's acts of service. He's talking about 5 love languages, by the way.
Of her life where she's clueless. She has all these too many projects that she's working and she does not seem to be able to figure it all out. And you are gifted with trying to arrange and program people. And you say, babe, what's the problem? I'm trying to set up my shop. I'm trying to do this. It's all over the map. I'm going to say, babe, leave it to me. Tomorrow you show up with a working plan and the team to activate it. Yeah?
That's it.
As soon as you put them in place, you see all those things, they work. If you knock them for sight that day.
If you knock them for sight, that's real.
If you help you hold one desk.
Okay,
so emotions are facts for women are two different things.
Let me tell you,
actually for all of us, but yes, more importantly for women. Absolutely.
When you position, do I say facts and emotion
or logic?
Woman will tilt towards emotion first before that logic. Because there's some sort of gain, gratification.
It's called emotional gains, emotional needs being taken care of, right?
And that comes from fulfilling what the emotion wants as at that time.
They say, while everybody's thinking about, so I have to pay money and take her to Baba before you even go to Dubai. Just the fact that she felt that this is a possibility in the nearest future. That's all it takes. See, I told you, you're overworking your brain. Calm down first to understand.
Okay. So which means
like drug.
Men must not strive to making them understand.
No, what a man needs to do is to pay attention to a woman.
That's the next lesson right there. What men must do is to pay attention to the woman. Men don't listen, women don't lie. Oh yeah, but you can't generalize. What do you mean women don't lie? See, you don't listen. You only listen to respond. Men don't listen, women don't lie. Take that to the bank. It works 100% of the time. Go and sleep over it and think about it before you argue with your destiny. Let's keep going.
Attention.
So what's the best side also in 2024? Well,
let's keep going.
Attention. Be paying attention. Because it's when you pay attention, you're keying into all these things that are happening. As you pay attention, you see say that this one in the press and now, in the press and now, in the press and now. That's what they call Mumu button now.
Now. Now.
Juju be that.
That's what they call Mumu button. But you have to listen long enough to find out what that is. All right. Let's see. Toby says he's right. Sex for women is emotional. You need to fulfill our emotional need to hit the right buttons to make her feel safe enough to surrender to you. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. Yep, you got it.
When you pay attention, Pierre, you go, yes, okay, that's the Mumu button now. Hey, you press on. Oh, Wale.
I'm going to ask you, what are you doing tomorrow?
Mumu button they different from this.
It
changes.
So like
it's a moving target. This is the part that men will not. That's why you have to. Men more so have to do more active listening because it changes depending on what phase she is in life, depending on what day you find yourself. Just listen. It's easier. Just listen. Don't be too fast to jump into solving problems with pragmatic, stupid, technical solution nonsense. Listen. Like it's good for you too. Relax. Take your time. Listen. Pay attention to what she needs now. What she needs now may not be what she needs tomorrow.
I said, let me.
Our move button constant.
No, our own move button.
Our move button constant.
It is constant.
We know what we want.
We know what we want at any point in time.
But their own they change.
As long as none about money.
Yes.
Now,
and you know, get one motor now. Now motor now they do them. As you they buy the motor, they align. If you allow time, yeah, that motor when you come back. You go ask you say that because you buy motor.
But not because you buy motor.
Because you buy motor, can't take your key. Which kind of motor be that?
Yeah, because it's changed. I say that here all the time. I say, hey, if you make it about that one thing, see finish go enter that one thing. If you think it's about money, you're rich every day. So now you're like, but I gave you everything you want. What else do you need, Baba? You're not listening. You're overworking your brain. You're thinking with yesterday brain now. Instead of you to calm down and listen, what does she need today? Yeah. See, it's self-awareness. Once you know this, it's easier. Once even if you listen to what I'm saying right now, but you use coconut head on top of it, life gets more difficult for you. You get it? Let's keep going.
So now in the moment, as you cook, what you cook, everything has to be aligned.
Which means if you buy, if na motor the hungry heart now,
yes,
you buy motor for her now.
Yes, sir.
Nothing
it changes.
The glory and the euphoria.
Let's move on to.
There are also dark guys.
I know now.
Dara.
You know, go wait for that guy. But that.
So she's arguing. She wants to argue. Let's talk about attraction for women. What that looks like. Okay.
To be honest.
No. I'm being honest with you. What I'm saying is, there are also dark guys. There are also dark guys.
I know now.
Dara.
You know, go wait for that guy. But that guy never did now. See the one we did now.
You don't know whether that guys and fake guys they.
No, we are talking hypothetically now. You understand?
You see what I don't understand.
But I'm just saying attraction. If I'm not attracted to you, the things that you're coming with.
But you see the point.
But everything has been talking about is literally what provokes and what stimulates attraction, right? That's because remember, there's a lot that goes into it. Patience, right? Being sure of yourself, not being in a rush, being playful, right? Those are the kind of things that goes into what cooks attraction. You feel safe, like Toby said, right? Because nothing they rush you. Nobody is policing your moves, right? You feel free. So attraction is already a default part of this whole thing.
It not really makes sense
to my
me.
Sister, sorry, I know with due respect to you, and I respect women a lot. I love them. I respect them.
That's almost sounding like, oh, I love black people, by the way. When white people say that, but let's go.
Due respect to you. You see, when it comes to attraction, women know they know finish waiting to attract.
They know.
They know they know finish.
You guys are more attracted.
It changes. That's the point. It changes from face to face to face in life to day. That's the whole point. So, gentlemen, just knowing that is power for you. Just knowing that. Okay, I'm gonna move on to. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th lesson out of 21. Let's move on to secrets of a successful marriage.
Let's start.
Business is the most competitive sport.
Let's see here. Let's have it. Okay, we're good to go.
I'm Mark Cuban.
Because when we marry, we know they know people finish.
This is the greatest secret when it comes to marriage. This is it right here. This is the most important part about any of this.
And if people where they marry go, they're very honest. No marriage is perfect. Even this my own why they describe like this. You know, they're perfect. You get the days where they wake up like this, we go argue like small children. You understand? You know they're perfect.
It's important that they say like small children. If you're feeling like your wife is acting like a child and she should act like an adult and you're ready to hold her accountable, there's a good chance you're a child. Okay? There's a very good chance you are a child. You're immature and you're not ready for marriage. Yes, you might be married, but you're not ready.
What squam was there somewhere. But a successful marriage is one where both parties have developed the ability to settle their problems by themselves.
Scum was there somewhere. Conflict is inevitable.
The waiting cost person divorce still there for the marriage of person will never divorce.
Yep.
But now just say the two of them are able to resolve it.
That's it.
And I tell my friends this all the time.
That's it. Conflict is inevitable. It's true for all of us. The only difference between you and I is because I solve mine, you don't know how to solve yours. Okay? In fact, there's a good chance you're waiting for the other person so that you can solve it. No, would you do with that? If you can come together and solve it, you could have solved it already now. So clearly, waiting for the other person to come to the table, is it how well is that working for you?
Be that?
You see how you just easily disengage from your own power, right? Focus on your own power of influence. Focus on your own power. Okay. Let's keep going.
I said this thing we won't cost on a wahala like this. Either for other people who know. The only difference between owner and those people is that they have been able to work out a way. And there's an analogy I always give to them. If marriage was a company with 3 departments, one department in charge of romance,
yes,
sex, and all the other things where they make husband and wife love each other. Another department in charge of raising children. And be parenting. Then the last department is in charge of business. And growing a family together. Those 3 departments. Do you know the one that fails and marriage packs up?
Yep, that's the one that nobody's talking about. Oh, that's the one. Which one? Tell me, brother.
Department in charge of romance.
Romance, attraction. That's the one. That's the one. Nobody talks about it. Everybody want to talk about self, which is sex, which is what do you call it? Symptom, right? They want to talk about money, symptom, right? Those are, but all those things have, yes, they have score in there. But when you are attracted to each other, you're willing to come to the table and iron out the difference. It's just a lot more easier. Okay, that's it. It's not like it exists in yours and it doesn't exist in mine. Okay, you think you're the one that have money problems. Okay, you're the only one that ever gone through dry spell. I beg. Anyway, let me see what Toby said here. Hi, Marriott. How you doing, Marriott? Toby said, if a guy you're not initially attracted to fulfills an emotional need in you, you automatically start to look at him in a positive light. If he has the opportunity to be around you, of course, right? So you start to see, you'll be seeing, it is subconscious, right? Absolutely, right? And then you might even start using language like, after all, it's kind of like that. No, that's even overthinking it. You won't even know. Okay, you will justify the emotional bullshit with logic. That's what's gonna happen. You say, I've always liked you. Don't try to explain this too technical, but that's just how it works. Okay, but welcome, Marriott. Good to see you. Let's see here. So now we have attraction for women. We just got that. The secret for a successful marriage, right there. Just people have the same problems. Just some people iron their own out. You think the grass is green on the other side. And there are some extreme, don't get me wrong. I will never listen. Abuse is abuse. If you feel abused, you need to at least step back before you try to figure out all this stuff. Okay, that's also part of your power. Okay, all right. So this next one is men forgiving cheating wives. Okay, men forgiving cheating wives. Your guess is as good as mine because this came up a few times in the last few weeks. We had Peter Obi said a little something interesting about that. Let's listen.
Have you seen anything like this at the drugstore?
Let's see here.
I can bet you, if you interview a bunch of men who have been in marriage for maybe like 30 years or 40 years, or even maybe 25.
Hi, Fina.
If you interview them privately, they go secretly tell you, say, if they catch their wife, they cheat. If she show remorse and beg, then go forgive, and they will continue to live.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You don't reach you. You go reach everybody.
He said, no. That's actually the truth because obviously they got to that space because there's a lot invested. There's a lot of time invested. There's just a lot more going on than the quote-unquote pragmatic decision to never accept that nonsense. You see, that's how we know you're a child and immature. But it's okay. We've all been through that phase before. Okay, that's not to say you must prepare your mind to accept nonsense. It's just so you know, don't overthink romance. Okay, it needs to be playful. It needs to be playful. It needs banterful. It needs to be free. You need to feel like freedom, and then you increase the chances you will never have to deal with this kind of stuff anyway. But I'm telling you, these men are in that space. Like Peter Obi is not looking for another wife. Are you mad? He's not looking for another wife. Stop. Okay, unless the general public, and it's become a matter of embarrassment and humiliation, then that takes on a whole life of its own. But outside of that, I beg.
Have you been married 30 years? No.
Why? Why would you keep a cheating wife?
No. So no. You see the condition why I give.
30.
I tell you, say if person don't they marry
never reach there, we'll not talk.
Yeah, if person don't marry reach there for that long.
Be married for that long.
Yeah, because you see. Let me tell you, I've been married.
So let me skip to the next one.
It's going on 25. I calculate from my traditional, at least 24. In that time,
with all that being said, listen to this.
In my own relationship, in my friends' relationship, in the people around me, I've experienced a lot of divorce happen. And when they tell these stories, and I look at it sometimes, as bad as some of them may be, and I've also had my own fair share of problem. You understand? I'm not an angel. When I look at all these things, the one thing I have a friend where in marriage breakup.
This lesson is called When a Woman is Fed Up. If you go out there and you betray a woman and she decides she doesn't want to mess with you alone ever again, there's no guarantee that she will stay with you. Just know that. There's no guarantee. Is it doable? Yes. Is there a guarantee? No, it is not. You should just accept your fate, because that's actually the one reason that she can rightfully leave. Okay? So there's no guarantee.
Shattered. And I spoke with him and he said to me, if no Lisa I catch my wife, and because in catching wife, you understand? You say if I catch him and she beg for forgiveness and show remorse, I be one take and say na so God take punish me for the one way me I did do ain't no catch me.
Smart.
You understand? Say we go sit down, we go talk about them. And once I say it no go happen again, we go find way manager. But I catch him, she no show any remorse.
She was done.
She no even they willing to.
She was done.
To beg.
I say she don't tire.
She was done. She was praying that you will catch her someday. Because that will kind of give her some level of courage, so she can just say it is what it is. Yeah. So again, there's no guarantee. That's that lesson right there. Let's move on to the next one. This one is called The Benefits of Shaming in Marriage. The benefits of shaming in marriage. Let me see. Shout out to Gracious Greatness. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right. So let's go on to this next one. This is let me see how far we've gone. How far have we gone? The benefits. Let me play it before I go into that.
They're not carrying on social media. They need to, everybody needs to know what he did. I need to shame him so that everybody.
As you shame him now, or as you shame her now. So which trophy you don't win? Apart from sympathy from people you know not.
No, then they hail you. You are the queen.
Apart from people you know not.
The only benefits of shaming people is sympathy. If you're shaming people that it's not part of your story, you gain nothing. You feel better about yourself because you're calling out somebody's right or wrong. There's no real benefit unless you're creating content and a bunch of lame people will follow you. But there's no benefits to shaming people. Sympathy has no benefits. Empathy have benefits. Sympathy has no benefits. It's very temporary. The benefit is temporary. It will fizzle away again, you know.
And those people are waiting on that same social media place for when the man go come give him version. For them to do U-turn and curse you.
Are you ready to see your brand on TV?
Yes, Mario. They do have a tendency to shame, which is why that's a good lesson, actually.
Those same people, when they clap for you, we mainly they push the man. I remember 1 year like that, where my relationship packed up. Then I was still dating. I was so vilified by Soft Cell magazine and press people that I was so vilified that, in fact, for some people who be friends, I became persona non grata.
Wow.
Yeah, waiting you do bad. How can you do that to that girl? You know they are our relationship. You don't know waiting happen. So, but everybody don't jump on the sympathy train, choose who then go, who be victim. And And out of respect for the person, I never say the word.
Sympathy, victim. Sympathy,
For the
victim.
person.
Out of respect for the person with me and engage the relationship. Because we have
Powerful people have a hard time playing in those arenas. They just don't play in that environment. Shout out to you, Gracious Greatness, for sponsoring the show. £10. He says, why you won't catch on? Is he not embarrassed a la Nella Rose meme? I don't know, but shout out to you, brother. Let's dance a little bit.
You doing what?
Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Let's keep going.
had a very, very good relationship. If you do an assessment of the entire relationship from day one till the day ended, it was mostly good.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is that I
talk about that all the time. The experiences are, if you do the math, but emotions not be your mate. The emotion will tag on to that. If you are measuring by time, the small negative emotional, right? Emotions is not measured in terms of time. That's why people will remember what it made them feel like 10 years ago, and they are back in that same emotional funk. If you don't understand that you don't measure it with time, you're going to feel entitled. You're going to try to manipulate people into forgiveness, and then it gets worse, you know. But yeah, let's keep going. Unhealed trauma. Let's go on to unhealed
trauma. A lot of
trauma.
people in Nigeria, they walk around with trauma.
Fact.
We know they healed. And you know, here we don't really get proper counseling and all those therapy for people to really heal. So they carry this trauma from their own family or from their own background. They take the trauma, go into another place.
All right.
And it continues to fester.
This is the reason why second, third marriages have a more tendency to fail, because people never fix the issues. They just jump into situations again. Okay, now in terms of divorce is happening in the Western world. It's just this Western people divorcing. Let's see what Baba Bakassi has to say. He's 55 years old, by the way. He's a veteran comedian in Nigeria. He's one of the best, actually.
No be celebrities' marriage, no, they pack up like that. Marriages generally are going through divorce.
Yep, everywhere.
But celebrities own, not the one way people know.
They see for public, yes.
For obvious reasons.
Every day now, if you go, that's Igboshire.
Is it just celebrity marriage that you put on the pedestal like that? Calm down. It's because they are highlighted more. That's it. The reality is that divorces are happening everywhere, either in polygamy, monogamy. In polygamy, they might be in the same house, but they were gone. They have been sleeping with their boyfriend. Yes, that happens too. Okay. So, but it happens everywhere. That's the point.
Magistrate court where they dissolve marriage, you go see people. They can't drag each other, come there. People are divorce, they happen every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Just that out of the hundreds where they happen, the ones where they catch attention of people are celebrities. Because they are celebrities and news surrounding them is well known. So let them not make it look like, I know a lot of people in the industry who are still married.
Okay, so whenever I cover trendy topics and I extract relationship lessons from them, pay attention. Don't just dismiss it and say, these celebrity people, how can you? Don't do that, okay? We've covered this already in the previous session. In the first part of this, we call it polygamy is the best. So we are now moving closer and closer. I think I'm on number 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. No, we're on 16 now. Listen, so this one, why long-term marriages divorce?
Lived together for over 40 years, because if your first child is 40, you probably have lived 41 years. What will make people that have lived for over 40 years to just wake up one morning and say they are going?
So every story is unique. I wouldn't know what's their circumstance.
See, he doesn't pretend to have all the answers in the world. Only if we can all practice this, right? Every now and then. I don't know, you know. Shout out to that auntie that came last time, Auntie, I forgot her name, Rosalind, right? She started the whole show. This was an honest bunch too. She said, I'm not an expert, I am not this, but she spoke her mind. We were kind of confused a lot, but she, she's been married for 40 years, and there were some lessons to extract from what she had to say. I saw some stupid men on Instagram dragging her. She handled them with grace, because always, you know.
when the circumstances were, I wouldn't know what led to their own problem. I am not even in that space yet. So if I hazard a guess, as a married person who has been in it.
She asked a question about why do people 40 years in marriage divorcing? That's what she asked.
For a while. So there are moments when people are incompatible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are situations in marriage that people consider that they are major deal breakers that they are unable to deal with. And sometimes maybe because of their mental health.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because mental health is also an issue.
That's a valid reason to leave a marriage. If don't just talk about all this mental health nonsense. Western. See, he said Western earlier, but there's context. It's not casting that as an umbrella over every issue and say mental health is just a waste of Oyibo time. That is untraditional. Like, come on now. If somebody deems it fit to leave a situation because of their mental health, is valid. I don't know why you want to stay married to that kind of person. Okay, what if they don't put you in the middle of the night because of mental health? Do you not have any brain cells left to take care of yourself, to make sure you are also safe? Right? Don't you think that person should seek help if they feel like their mental health is not in the right place? Don't you think so?
So abuse is one of them. And sometimes people endure to the point where they feel that they are empowered enough to go. You understand?
He's going to talk about staying for children now, which is another lesson.
Yeah. So there are some women where they with you, they not there with you because they are happy here. But if they go now, they will lose.
Yes. See?
So,
and for all the social media advisor, just leave. Just leave. Well, how easy is that? It's not that simple. Unless they're in harm's way, in which case you shouldn't be telling them to leave. You should stage. If they're that close to you, you should stage an intervention and carry them, bundle them out of the place. If you can't do that, then that just leave. You don't really understand everything that's going on there, Instead of you to allow them, give them a shoulder to cry on, become the safe space for them to run to, as opposed to now you're judging them. You think you're helping them, but you're actually being judgmental. Because that's her choice of a husband, of a marriage. And the first thing you are saying is just leave. And you don't realize that you're actually small now. You're robbing her. You're becoming toxic to her. Eventually, she won't pick up your phone anymore because the only thing you have to say is just leave, just leave, just leave. She doesn't feel safe with you anymore. And by the way, she might feel safer in a more danger zone because you don't know how to talk.
They can beat their time till when they find it sufficient enough for them to leave, they leave. You get? Why some people can't just wait. They want na. They want to go na. Maybe now when they don't go, they will come say, I forgot wait small.
They regret it.
You understand? Some women go tell you, like, say, if I know waiting, I know now for wait, make my children grow before I go. Because sometimes when you uproot children at a very young age, it affects them education-wise, mental health-wise, like you traumatize them. So some mothers just say, okay, I will sacrifice for the sake of my children. I will endure this pain. Yeah, so once they just feel say their children don't grow, they're comfortable.
At 40 years of marriage?
Come on themselves.
That's it. It makes sense. It makes sense. Anyway, so some people stay for children. That's that one. Now, gentlemen, let's go back to your lessons real quick.
Stop smashing Amazon's buy button and start getting Amazon to pay you instead.
Stable and wise. And I keep saying it. You don't lose anything by treating a woman where you use your hand, select, say you want marry. You don't lose anything by treating her like a queen.
You lose everything by treating her anything less than a queen. You shoot yourself on the legs. And especially if it's coming from a place of ignorance. Okay, if you are doing it intentionally, like you're just an evil person, we will get rid of you at some point. But if you are ignorant, ignorance is not an excuse. It's actually worse for you. You're shooting yourself on the legs.
You don't lose anything. You don't lose anything by nurturing her to grow. That's why don't give you children.
This next lesson is I'm running through it now, is going to be one of the reasons, okay? It says, are you 5 or 10 years older than your wife?
Then leave. Because where I say are the advice men to handle these women with care, especially If you use 5 years, 10 years, senior your wife.
Shaggy.
Treat her well because of your old age. Treat her well because that small girl, sorry, or not in any disrespectful way, where sometimes when you bring people into your life, they be like puppy when you buy puppy. You know the way you buy puppy, you get a whack tail for you every time. You gonna run around after you every time. You gonna sweet you. You gonna give a whiskey. You gonna follow you. They follow you. Then small time you go come turn to big dog. You put her for chain, you know, give her chain puppy. Like this. You go like, what's that? This dog, they you they do not be your owner. You bring hand in. He give you mark for hand.
It's over at that point. She's lost respect for you, so she's gonna bite you. Anyway, will polygamy make, you know, Nedu had to go back to polygamy. Nedu is also obsessed with polygamy. He's also obsessing and fantasizing that maybe polygamy can fix our problems. Lack of polygamy or polygamy is not a problem. That's what I keep saying. It's actually not relevant. And by the way, it's super irrelevant to cheating. But that's the question he's asking now. Will polygamy make divorce reduce? Let's get at it.
Better. Because I'm back to polygamy, sorry. Do you think marriages would last better
Oh,
if we
last
practice
better.
polygamy? Do you
Marriage
think
lasts better.
divorces will reduce? Do you think death of, because you get some people say they get this school of thought, say a lot of men where they die go reduce.
So no. So for me, I don't know. I don't have the powers to be able to read that deep into the future. But I know that if we embrace polygamy the way our ancestors did, bullshit will reduce.
Why? Tell us.
That one
By bullshit, how do you mean?
So by bullshit, what I mean that bullshit will reduce is if you cast your mind back, when in the time of our ancestors, there were not too many stories of side chick and cheating.
Yes.
You know here, my grandfather was a polygamist. I know he has a grandpa against side chick. I know he has a...
Oh, they did. My own grandpa has side chicks. I've heard stories like that. But I'm just going to leave that. That's the one aspect I'm going to probably not agree with him. Will polygamy make divorce reduce? I don't think it's relevant, personally. Now, last but not least, he's going to talk about misappropriation of old marriage traditions, when people were very quick to say, in our tradition, but then they just follow it. There's no tradition in the world that was not set up to create fairness for all people involved. Okay, now the problem here is that when some people try to abuse it, then some people tag onto it to normalize it. Okay, but he's talking about, I think, the Igbo or somewhere in the East tradition with regards to how they give women land. As soon as you marry into a family, they don't give women land in their own family. This is all part of being fair. They don't give women land in their own family, but they know you're going to marry to another family. They give you land over there. That's what he's talking about. Then we're going to close for the night.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you could access up to
Oh, yes. Your brother's wife.
Because your brother's wife is now part of the community.
And you, when you marry, you will get.
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else. So they don't bother giving you in your father's house. But people don't understand. When they say people need to give woman land. That is not how. As a child, I knew and I saw that once they marry you, the day of your wedding, as you reach your husband's gate, they don't give you to your husband, they give you to your husband's father. Your father-in-law or the leader of the family, and then they hand over the bride to. As soon as from church, they come. Once you reach gates, the bride, they stop. Those days I saw it as a child. I don't understand why I asked, and they explained it to me. You go wear that wedding gown, come outside, stand for gate, you know, go enter. The mother-in-law will take a hoe, and the father-in-law, they will lead her straight with her wedding gown into the farm. As they reach there, the father-in-law will allocate her a plot of land. She will make her first mound, indicating that she will be productive, and she will do a tree plant there. That land for the rest of her stay in that marriage becomes hers. Nobody can take it, not even her husband. Because the culture did not have divorce factored into it. That's why they give her land on arrival. So that if the husband says, I no do again, she can build herself a home. She already has a land. And she has a place to farm.
Nice.
The culture provided for that in that way. Because the woman becomes a member of the family. As long as she's productive and chooses to stay. But the day she chooses to leave, she leaves behind whatever belongs to the family.
Well, if she leaves, but if the man is dead, she still has.
It's for life. Whatever has been given to her, as long as she bears their name and stays with them, whatever is hers.
Then she decides to work out.
But if she decides that she wants to chat life another place, she will leave this one and they'll give her in her new place.
Wow.
You can't take people's ancestral land and go and auction it now.
Do you
just
think?
because you're leaving.
Lastly, do you think the older generation?
But if woman no marry too, they had this thing. They gave her land as well in her.
Who go give her?
No, the family give her.
If she can't change her mind, marry one.
No. She can't take it.
She will leave it. She will leave it and then move on and go take land in that land. Anyway, that's what he said. But I think this was a very good session. Shout out to Gracious Greatness again for the £10 super chat. I appreciate you always. Thank you. I want to round up this session. I think he's from Port Harcourt. I'm not sure. What technique is that? Do they still practice it? I don't know if they still practice it. They probably practice a fraction of it or some version of it, just like in any other tradition. It's a moving target, right? But I highlighted that because a lot of people just want to use the traditional thing as an excuse to stay stagnant and not learn anything new in relationship. And I think that's a terrible mistake. It's a way of shooting yourself on the legs. You come on the internet and argue about it if you want, but if you practice that nonsense, stagnancy in your relationship, not understanding that humans evolve and that's just what that is, you go collect, But I want to leave you guys with this one real quick. Okay, relationship haven. I talked earlier on about relationship haven real quick. I said, in your relationship, the person that you're in relationship with or people you're in relationships with, do they feel safe to come to you as a safe haven? Okay, as compared with respect to other people, right? If they don't feel safe, they don't feel safe. It's as simple as that. No matter what excuse you come up with, right, wrong, she's doing that. Listen, at the end of the day, human beings care about nothing outside of their feelings. That's the bottom line. If they don't feel safe around you, they will run from you. It's that simple. And if the problem is that you overreact to that and you're not patient enough, it's very difficult. You're not patient enough to listen all the way through to that. And then it gets worse and worse. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Hopefully, been enlightened, educated. Happy Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We're in that season right now. I promise I won't be too long again. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Hopefully, you've been enlightened, educated. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, Hey Prestige fam, show some love to the video. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Are you in Europe, America, and struggling in your relationship? From argument to abuse and trust issues, we're here to help.
Lola and I founded Prestige Marriage Academy to transform your story. With 20 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage, experience with navigating the ups and downs of marriage, and personalized coaching, includes 24/7 support. Ignorance is expensive. WhatsApp us at +1 732 305 8577 to book a free discovery session today and take charge now.
Don't wing it.
Join us in creating the love life you deserve.